Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the weekly comic wrap-up. About that time, every Friday, we are here, ready to talk about this week's comics. And as some of you may have seen, earlier today, we had scheduled the legendary Shane Connery Volk, who we have so lovingly called Sean Connery before. But unfortunately, Shane is out of town, so he wasn't able to hang out with us on tonight's show. We were going to talk about some of his previous artwork, some of his upcoming projects, his band. But the cool thing is that he said, "Let's plan for June," which means that he will be able to announce his next project that will be announced in June, and we will have him exclusively on this show to talk about his upcoming project. So that's going to be even better. The fact that we will get to have him talk about his newest upcoming project. So yeah, chat, what do you guys think could be Shane Connery Volk's newest project? It may be something Mad Cave. I think that's what we were told, but we'll see. Drew was actually the first one to make contact with Mr. SCV. So yeah, brother, how do you see? It seemed like he was super excited about just the prospect of coming on and the idea of announcing his new project. So how did he seem to you?
Yeah, seemed very open, seemed very excited about it as well.
Yeah.
And well, hey, I told you, Max, this is what I do. As my unofficial dad, Roger Sterling, once said on Mad Men, "I close, Pete. I close." And that's what I do. I talk to these guys. I'm able to relate to them, start up a conversation, and ask them if they want to come hang out and chat. And hey, he's down. And I may have locked down another creator, Max, I told you about. And Kyle.
Yeah.
So see what happens with this creator, which should be pretty exciting. But like I said, it's what I do. I close.
Yeah, that is the truth. And so yeah, I can't thank you enough, Drew, for getting a lot of these creators on the show because of your connections, because of you being able to reach out. And it just, it's going to be great to have a lot of these voices come on and discuss. We've already had like plenty. I think the only one that we've had though from Kyle was unfortunately we had that Aaron guy who's part of CG, and he had to come on here and like give us a bunch of wisdom and talk about how great his book was. But like, I mean, Kyle, come on, you can do better than that, right? You can get some. You can get someone else.
Be
I'm
better.
trying.
Yeah, you can get us someone like a Vita Ayala, right?
Look, everybody gets one, all right? I gotta have my one. It's my fault. Mea culpa.
Yeah, just we'll consider as a kind of a pity. We'll maybe have Aaron on again, but we'll see. So
I doubt it. We'll see.
Yeah. But no, yeah, you guys are awesome. I'm very blessed to have you both as co-hosts and part of this YouTube channel. So we're getting a lot of cool, really, really articulate and professional, talented people on this show, because it's definitely not us. So we want to bring in other talent to talk about some of their work that we enjoy. So, but that will be a lot of fun. Kyle wishes he could get Jim Lee on here. Kyle wishes.
Baby steps, all right? I'm working my way up.
What's happening, Rudy? Thank you for being here, and happy Friday to you as well. He's going to be like, is June 7th a good date? Yeah. So speaking of June 7th, I might as well bring it up while we were talking about June 7th. So if you guys don't know, June 7th is actually Dallas Fan Expo. So if you guys haven't already, yeah, Dallas Fan Expo is going to be coming to a convention center near you. Yeah, June 7th through the 9th. And Kyle, Drew, myself, and the lovely Joshua McDonald will be there all 3 days. So if you guys want to come out and hang out with us at Dallas Fan Expo, please feel free to come up to us on the floor, or come see us at the meetup on Saturday night for the Nerdrotic Geeks and Gamers meetup, which will be a ton of fun. So yeah, that is Dallas Fan Expo. Let's see. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't schedule it on then, because we'll have to bump him. But
That'll be fun.
Dallas or bumping SCV? big timing Shane being like,
Yeah.
actually,
not gonna be able to make it.
yeah, see about that.
Yeah.
He's like, but I'm launching the new book. Yeah, well,
Yeah, I don't care though.
MG says no SCV, unsubbed, unmembered, and reported.
Whoa!
Whoa,
Wow.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa. Wow. That's heavy stuff, MG. Well, as I said, we're gonna get him later. Expect him in June. So we also have Michael Salo. Good evening, man. Thanks for being here. The collected G.I. Joe volume. Okay, I hear this all the time on the Geeks and Gamers streams. What is ARA? What is that?
A Real American Hero.
Oh, there you go. Uh-oh. Kyle,
Whoa.
did we lose you?
Am I what? What's wrong?
What?
Your avatar's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's weird.
Oh well.
You hate Jim Lee Batman now? Has he changed? Has he gone?
Yes.
Has he seen the light?
Finally.
It's showing up on mine just fine.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, chat. If you guys don't know, Kyle is in an undisclosed location right now, so he is coming to us again. Yes, we forced him onto the show tonight. He's in like a sixth dimension, and so he may be having some technical issues.
I'm in some underground bunker here.
A certain YouTuber and his fans weren't too happy about Kyle and his comments about him, so yeah, Kyle's in hiding.
yeah, that's true.
Shocking! All of their pussy fans came after me. I didn't have a choice to hide underground.
Josh says, "Hey! One of you three is talented. Verdict is still out on Kyle. Gotta read his books though."
Well, it's easily read because there's no words.
Yeah. Ooh, you know what? This could be so. What do you guys think, Kyle, Drew? I have the official from the first campaign. I have the art book, the original art book, from the $75 art book. Let us not forget, from the first campaign. Should we have him sign it?
I say so.
I say so.
Really? Okay. If everyone says aye, then
I don't have any Dokuman cards, so unless he's selling them there.
Yeah, no. Because didn't he say that Dokuman cards are
super
going to be
limited,
exclusive
right?
to the
exclusive, limited, super limited, exclusive. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, hey Vex, she says I can't wait for all your gay comic reviews next week. Well, funny enough that you say that, Vex. The DC Pride comic came out this week, so you don't have to wait till next week. It's already out. They're already celebrating. What are you doing?
Just going through time.
Yeah. Get you dressed like Sturgis? I would have to have my shirt cling to my tits, and I don't think I'd have to get
could probably figure it out. Although I'm not like 4'5".
Yeah, Kyle's like 6'2", so he may not fit that demographic. So,
and I don't have eyes like a possum.
They're sunken into the back of your head. Oh God. Do you have see-through skin? Like, is your skin wide enough to where it's like translucent?
Well, parts of it that never see the light of day. Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, come on. He's from Indiana, of course.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, all right. So let's get into some of the things that we're going to be talking about this evening. The first thing I wanted to mention, and this is just kind of the comic book community as a whole. I just heard about this afternoon. If you guys don't know who this is, Lords of the Long Box, I believe is So this gentleman here up in the left-hand corner, TiVo, he unfortunately passed away, Wednesday? He has been a huge voice within the comic book community. He does a lot of the cover price, like top 10 lists. And yeah, so here's honoring TiVo, Legacy of a Lord. So this is Lords of the Long Box. He will be having that. It looks like Sunday night at 6 p.m. Unfortunately, that's like right when we're going to be doing Max's Man Cave. But if you guys do want to honor him and go celebrate his life, I would highly recommend you guys to go check out this live stream. So I just wanted to bring him up. But man, it's like he streamed this live stream 2 days ago, and then that night passed away from a heart attack. So
Heart attack.
pretty scary.
How old was he?
Shit.
He looked young, man. He doesn't seem like he was super old. So,
Wow.
all that being said, I didn't know him personally, but I did want to mention him because, hey, he's a comic book collector, comic book, advocate for this
52.
collecting community.
That is too damn young. Too damn young for a heart attack.
Yeah, way too young, man. Way too young. So TiVo has been holding it down for years. Yeah, absolutely, Rudy. So, and this was actually brought up by Rudy to me. He messaged me earlier today. So thank you for letting me know, Rudy. And JK, good to see you here as well. It's been a while. So, but yeah, no, just wanted to mention him. Like I said, I didn't know the guy personally, unfortunately, but seems like a good dude and someone that I wanted to honor real quick. So. We have Steph from My Nerdy Home. Hey, Steph, good to see you here. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And I thought that was for Lords of the Long Box. Next thing I wanted to bring up.
Well, he's holding place for longer than 10 minutes now, I think. I think he's holding place for indefinitely. I don't think he's moving anywhere.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's gonna be but hey, his YouTube channel will probably be there for forever, which is pretty cool. So people will get to go watch his YouTube channel. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was something that Drew and Kyle both brought up. Drew, I'll let you take this one. What do we have here at almost 1.5 milli in just a few days? 5 days, right?
5 days. They met their goal in a few minutes. But yeah,
6
in
minutes.
5 days.
Yeah.
6 minutes, which is ridiculous. But this just goes to show you that. So this is from Image, Skybound, and Hasbro. They have, for the first time ever, every single original G.I. Joe, a real American hero comic from Marvel, the original run, including the tie-ins, has finally been collected in one big compendium set. I think it's in total 4 volumes, but you can buy one volume, one compendium. You can buy all 4. Just they have different tiers for this. But this just goes to show you just how massive this fan base is, and just they are willing to drop the money for something like this. And what's even better about this is that Larry Hama, they got him here doing the promo video. He's promoting this. I really hope, because after we shared that posting he put on Facebook about just his financial issues, but I really hope he's getting something for this because he's earned it. He worked on this. Was all him. All these characters, it's all because of him.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, he I remember we kind of, did we cover it, or I think it was actually on Popped by Culture on Josh's channel that you guys talked about.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
at least I think so. I forget. It was a while ago, but Larry had been sent a letter from a fan, and the fan was like, "Hey, can you throw in some free art? Because I want something to say like, hey, this is Larry Hama's or whatever." And Larry actually kind of got upset at him and responded back like, "I hope you don't. I don't think you realize how little money I have. I'm in my 70s and I can't I don't want to retire. I physically cannot retire because I do not have the funds to do so." So he's going to conventions. He's trying to get his books out. He's still writing on the mainstream G.I. Joe book. Like the dude is the dude is trying to make some good money, and I truly hope that this does so for him. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, but Yeah, so I was talking to Kyle and Drew before the stream. If you look at the size of these things, like I thought an omnibus was thick. My
But
gosh.
what's cool about this is that, like Larry says in the video, you can choose your side of the compendium. You can choose the GI Joe side, or you can choose the Cobra side for how the compendiums look. And they all come with box art, different card pieces from Chris Mooneyham and Andy Kubert. It's ridiculous, the different tier stuff they're throwing in now. It's insane. And they actually had in here, I think, some original art, or some sketches from Larry Hama. I think those might have already sold out.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, man, look at the production value on this thing, eh? I mean, like this is top-notch quality. You do not see Indiegogo Kickstarter campaigns that look like this. Like this looks really professional. So
I think they got that Hasbro money. That's what helps.
yeah,
And they know, and we all know the GI Joe fan base is huge. Regardless what people may think, if you're not aware, the GI Joe fan base, the toys, the comics, wherever, they are massive, and they love the GI Joes. And yeah, they showed their love with this.
Yeah. 1.4 with 25 days to go. Jeez. But I mean, you're right, Drew. These are the true fans that are coming out in full force that are like, I want it all. Give me the GI Joe goodness, a real American hero, and they because they're not getting it through mainstream books anymore. Not really.
The other ones are dying. They're dying, Max.
Yeah.
What do you know about dying?
Yeah, God.
I want every Pride issue in a compendium.
Yeah, hey, you know what? That probably could, with the amount of Pride issues that have come out within the past 10 years, they could probably fill up one of these compendiums. Easy.
Absolutely. And it's all solid gold. Awesome. That's what I want.
And you know what? I would argue that most comics now aren't, under the Pride month, but they're still geared towards, a certain demographic. So
correct,
because they are definitely trying to kick out a lot of the older fans. So, but yeah, Kyle, are you going for the GI Joe or the Cobra set? If you were to buy a set, I know they're expensive, but
I might get a set. I love Snake Eyes. I have an affinity for Snake Eyes. It's badass, and my favorite color is blue. So I'm Joe all the way.
Get those Chris Mooneyham Snake Eyes cards, man. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see, where is it? Up here.
There it is.
One? Yeah, this one. Nice.
Yeah, he was just rad. They showed him the Felix art that Chris Mooneyham just sold all that OA or whatever he had for the cards.
Oh, this was all part of it? Oh, cool.
Well, I don't know if it was part of it, but I do know he had the art up for sale. But
okay.
Man.
Wait, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but this card looks like it has stats on it.
Whoa. Background?
Like it
has
it looks like it has like power sets. It has his rank too.
Whoa.
So he's an E5, which probably means that he's like a staff sergeant
he's a staff sergeant. Yeah, that's what that was my rank.
Unknown?
No big deal.
It's not unknown?
Ooh, you know what? This is classified though. So
there you go.
So even the GI Joe doesn't know. Oh man, imagine a Doku Man for this universe.
Well, first off, it wouldn't be a card; it would be 10 sizes too big to fit on anything and say nothing.
It'd be a postcard. It would say nothing. At least it would be holographic, and the cards would be $100 for the pack.
Yeah, and worth it.
Sure.
With amazing art.
Yeah, actually, this art does look pretty incredible. So
yeah,
oh yeah, it does.
Not so much this one, but like,
whoa,
like these ones are all like, yeah. Let's see.
Ooh,
Cobra should just be red. It's the logo. Cobra Commander's outfit is blue.
Yeah, but he's a bitch.
Yeah, Cobra Commander is kind of a little biatch, isn't it?
Hey, not if you read that Cobra Commander series or read that one issue of Cobra of G.I. Joe where he's talking to all his troops. They've been giving him some balls now.
They're trying.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look,
Look
so
at all this
these,
stuff. That's insane.
yeah, these are already gone. So this looks like a poster of the first issue cover
Yep.
with a signed Larry Hama, and I wonder if it's numbered. All Joe stretches. No, maybe not numbered, but it's signed, so that's pretty cool.
All right.
Oh, actually, limit 150. Okay.
All right.
Man, yeah, 300 buckaroos.
300. Yeah, see, the
that's
box
that's
300. I told
But
you.
no, that's with the card set too. That's not the compendiums. The compendium is just 125. All the compendiums.
Yeah, but the compendiums it doesn't come in the box though, right? Isn't it just separate compendiums?
No, if you go to the rewards, Max, you can see the breakdown.
Oh, okay. So here's the team: Larry Hama and Andy Kubert. Hell yeah! These two guys have such a legacy. Wait, actually, speaking of Andy, oh shoot, did I close that? Dallas Fan Expo. I think Andy's going to be there.
That's correct.
Yes,
Yeah. So I was wondering if it was Andy or Adam, but it looks like Andy's going to be there. So
yep.
I wish it was Adam.
Whoa, not Andy.
The better Kubert is Adam.
Wow.
Okay, now Kyle,
Those are some fighting words.
Yeah, I would have said that probably 3 or 4 years ago. But now, if you look at Andy's art, Andy has stayed consistently amazing. His art has not changed at all.
He's just phoning it in. I know.
Shut up, Kyle.
No,
he's
one
not.
track phoning it in.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
You know what? I hate to say this, but Adam did the Wolverine number 75, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I think I got to go with Adam. Adam's pretty solid, man. Now, granted, when you do look at Andy's, when you do look at his, like, what would that be? Bibliography.
Yeah.
It's impeccable, dude. I mean, it's something to behold. So, but yeah, we're going to get Andy Kubert, Arthur Adams, David
Miller.
Finch, Jeff Loeb. Well, Frank's only going to be there for one day, and his line is probably going to be sold out. So it's going to be like,
yeah,
Frank the Tank. And what are we going to have him sign the newest Wolverine cover? I don't know.
Yes, of course.
I don't know who these two are. Frank Cho, Klaus Janson, Jay Lee, Steve McNiven, Lucio Barrio, and the man. Oh, actually, the two men, the myth, the legends, Stephen Platt and Jim Zub. So
I'm getting Jim Zub to sign some Conan.
Hell yeah, buddy. Yeah. Well, he's only going to be there Sunday, so we got to make sure we find him that day.
Yes.
So I love how the Stephen Platt image is the rarest cover.
Of course.
And he doesn't even have a copy of. I love it.
It's his best cover. It's just hands down his best cover.
So I got a blank of that issue with that cover, and I'm going to have him do a sketch of that fucking cover for me there.
I don't think that was a variant, though. I don't think that Wolverine series had the blank variants.
It did. And that issue did, yeah. It's issue 310,
I
believe.
It had a blank?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Where's a blank? Wow.
I got it.
Oh, you do have one. Okay.
I have one, yeah.
Shoot. Well, then you may get yourself a one of a kind, one of one. So that's pretty cool.
We'll see.
I'm gonna see if I can get him to do just a sketch of just if he has an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper or an 11 by 17. I'm gonna see how much he charges for like a character sketch. So we'll see. I'm bringing money for Stephen Platt.
Yes, he's the only guy I want really anything from at this point. So
Frank Cho's covers are amazing, but they sell out like first day. So I haven't really been able to get those. David Finch, forget about it. You know, you're looking at like 3,000 to 5,000 easy. Same thing with these guys. You're looking at $5,000 each. So Platt's probably the only one that's well within my price range, but it'll be funny because like the three of us, and maybe Josh if he wants to, will single-handedly be the ones funding his trip. So
Yeah.
Probably.
get him to do an ISOM sketch.
Oh, I'm sure if we take him out for drinks on Saturday night, he'll probably be convinced to do an ISOM sketch.
Dude, could you imagine you get this, you like bring in $500 of cash, you're like, all right, here he is, Stephen Platt, the man, the myth, the legend. And I'm like, can you draw me ISOM? And he's like, who the fuck is ISOM?
School of Ministry? You want me to draw a building?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man. Slavic says the 120 tiers for the digital only, Drew.
I don't think so. I'm gonna double check that.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Let us know, because that would be, because we can technically find these digitally, but I want to support the campaign for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, if I have to buy a whole new bookshelf for them, then sure.
Yeah. Could you imagine the shipping on the pricing for shipping? It's going to be heavy as hell.
It's got to be $75 or $80 for shipping.
That's what I'm thinking. Like one of these statues for shipping is like the price of the statue. It's ridiculous. So MG says, speaking of statues, how many statues did I buy of Yaira? Well, MG, I'm actually putting out a GoFundMe so that people can fund my weird obsession. So
that's very brave of you. I thank you for doing that. Very brave.
Thank you. Well, I figured it's my favorite character in all of comic book universe. And I just, it's something really special to me. And so I can't actually fund the money myself because I'm a lazy piece of trash. So I'm just going to ask other people to pay for my hobby for me. And I think that's really brave. So
it's very stunning and brave of you. That says a lot about you as a person to be able to share that. And thank you for that.
Oh yeah, it's $300 for all 4 compendiums.
Drew, you lied. You lied to us, Drew.
There's a reason I didn't pull the trigger. I'm like, and that's why. Like that's quite a bit.
I don't know. Over 1,706 people have bought it so far. The Snake Eyes one, at least.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And over 1,000 about the Cobra Commander one.
Huh. Josh says, wait, what about based books like Midnighter or Batwoman? Elegy. Nope, but we forgot to tell you that Harley Quinn, the animated series, Volume 1, the Eat, Bang, Kill Tour. Yay, gay. Yay, gay. Yes. Yay. Thank you, Josh. Yay, gay. Couldn't have said it better myself. And that's one thing that we'll get into later when we open up the DC Pride special for this year. Josh, you're going to have to tell me what's going on, brother. Because like the Pride anthology, it doesn't seem like they're trying to tell cool superhero stories. It seems like they're trying to tell gay, sexual romance novels stories. Is that what people want from their comic book? If that's the case, then cool. But like for me, I was just like, man, 5 out of the 10 of these issues just ends up with them kissing in the last panel. So I was like, okay. I mean, I guess if that's what they want, but
that's what the writers want.
Isn't that how they see gay people?
It's just like all you do is just make out all the time. Yeah. Oh wow. I sent the details for ISOM. I sent the details for ISOM to Stephen Platt, and he made it real. I sent the description to Marcos, and he did a very well job on it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Josh. It feels like that's probably not what a lot of people want, but oh well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Save all that money from buying current Marvel and DC and just spend it on G.I. Joe compendiums. There you go.
Yeah.
Please do not open that. Do not open what? Oh my gosh.
Pride.
Oh, too late. I already opened it.
The Covenant. Too late.
Yeah, my face melted off. So So well, there you go. That is the GI Joe compendium. I would highly encourage y'all to go check it out. The numbers are increasing as the stream has been continuing on. So I'm sure it's going to hit 1.5 here within the next few days. Look, it's already moving up. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Speaking of Yaira, what's going on here? Who sent this in our group chat? I forget.
Was not
but
I.
I think it was you, Max. Didn't you send it?
I did not send this. That is not on me. You don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I did not send this.
Oh, you know what? I think it was Aaron. I think Aaron did it.
Oh, Aaron. Why?
Makes
Why did you
sense.
subject us to this?
Why?
Kyle, I'll let you take this one.
Why?
Do you want to try reading these names?
All right. Okay. Enhance.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're on a phone.
I'm on my phone.
Enhance.
Because the first word I see, strawberry.
Strawberry. Strawberry.
Oh.
The first appearance of Strawberry?
Yep. Stefania Yanessa.
Okay.
Yanton. And thank you. Yantoni.
Oh.
And Magus.
Maggot.
New might.
You really got to hold that.
Is that just was that an error on there? They hit the U and the M times.
I genuinely can't even tell anymore. I genuinely do not know. Well, I mean, they're all made up. It's all made up.
Like these are,
no, you see, this is the best. No, this is what do it with Stephen Platt. Have him do New Might and have him pronounce it.
Yes. Or just be like, whatever you like, whatever comes to your head when you hear New Might, just draw that. And he's like, all right. So, the New Might versus Shungite. That would be a good, team up, or maybe like you said, versus. That might be a good issue. So
I assume the Saska sisters came up with these names then, right?
No way, dude. I think this is all Eric, because we've seen Eric's names before.
But they wrote this book, right?
Yeah, but he's coming up with the universe, so he's coming up with the names and the characters.
Okay.
From my understanding.
All right.
So
Jesus God.
This is so if you guys did pick up Yaira, you will find that this is the first appearance of Stefania. I want to say Yesenia, but it's Yanessa.
Yanessa. I thought it was Yanessa.
Yanessa.
It's Leviosa, not
Leviosa. Yanessa. Ayantoni. Rigatoni. Antonio. Yantoni.
I like the Antoni with the mozzarella.
Yeah.
Margherite.
Yeah.
How is that again?
Margherite.
No. Say it with feeling.
Margherite.
There we go.
And Magnus.
I want to say Magnus.
Yeah.
Oh, holy yeah, no, my mind just said Magnus. No, you're right.
That's my first thing, Magnus.
Why does he do it's like, hey, Magnus? I'm not gonna do that. It's just Magus now. Why?
Maggot? You mean maggot?
You mean maggot? So you took maggot and Magnus and made Magus?
Oh God.
That's exactly the same concept as Documan. Hey, it's a man who holds documents. Document.
But I'm just gonna say Dokuman.
But I'm gonna call him Dooku Man, Count Dooku Man, Doku Man,
Dookie Man.
Dookie
Yep.
Man.
Dookie Man.
And G says, Aaron, get on and explain yourself. No, that's totally fine, Aaron. We love you, brother, and hey, totally understand. But is it a bigger key than the first appearance of the adamantium armor? Oh,
fuck off!
no.
God,
Yeah, Fiend Machine.
Bigger than that.
We will go over that too, because what a flop of a final issue. My God, that was pathetic, man. Pathetic.
I got the fight I wanted in that book.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. Josh says, what makes these Yaira names even better is that there is a legitimate way to pronounce these names, but we know Eric is going to pronounce it incorrectly. I don't know what you're talking about, Josh, because he definitely pronounces horseman like horseman. So,
yep. And then you're the stupid one for getting it wrong, obviously.
Yeah, you're the one that's getting it wrong. And then he gaslights you, and he's like, dude, you said horseman, you're an idiot. And we're like,
yeah, you fucking
what?
fat stupid ass loser bitch. It's like, wait, what does my weight have to do with it?
Wait a second. Batman, Superman, horseman. What are we doing wrong here? That's what we've been taught for our whole...
You said that, not me. You said that.
Yeah, that was you.
You said that.
Dominic says Rippaverse names are so dumb. My man Eric really just comes up with stuff people used to make fun of fantasy names and gives it to superheroes. Yeah, man, it's I don't know. Oh, Steph is putting a little Gideon in the chat. Little Gideon. I can't wait to read Yaira featuring Stefanyanka Yentoni from Queer Eye Magus. Magus? Oh yeah, maybe it's Magus and not Magus or Magus. And Numba Mike. Oh my God. I could go for some Yentoni noodles. Yeah, that sounds right. Yes. So if if anyone got in on that Yaira campaign, you guys have a key. This is a first appearance. So if we had keys around, we'd be jangling them. Stefania, Yanessa, Yentoni, and Magus. A new might. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Thank you, Aaron. I still don't even know how we got that picture. Oh well.
I don't either. I thought it was you.
It should have been. No, most of the time it's most likely me. So I do like the name Stefania. I don't know why. I think Steph and Stefania. Hey, did he maybe make her off of you?
Oh,
maybe you have an appearance. But Stefania is probably the most normal out of those.
Sure.
So, Yanisa? Oh, maybe. I don't know. But there's another comic book cover that I wanted to show off. Ba-boom! Hey. Look at this. So we will be getting some other first appearances in this issue, but this is going to be this is just the, what would you call it, the ash can, Drew, or is this the actual issue, the full issue?
No, this is just a preview edition. There's about I think around 6 to 8 pages of the book are in here. Then in the back we have a cover gallery and some concept art in the back. So
cool.
Yeah, this issue, this can be signed by so Andrew Mangum did the cover, and his girlfriend, the colorist, she did that cover right there. Her name is Leani. I forget how it's pronounced.
Did Eric come up with her name? I'm kidding.
No, Lena. Her name is Lena. She did the other cover. Yeah, and she got her DMs, Facebook, everything's blown up since she did that cover. But
nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna have 50 copies total of both covers. 50 of one, 50 of the other, and prices $15. That's it. $15 for each one. That's it.
Very nice. Well, cool, man. I cannot wait to see these in person. I will probably be getting both. I actually really like the blood red sky. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so I do like the colors on this one. His suit also reminds me of what was it? It was Uncanny X-Force, that all the X-Men and the X-Force team members had the black and gray like stealth suits. That's kind of what this reminds me of. So
yeah, that's a good comparison. I
yeah,
dig it.
yeah.
I'm hoping Andrew has the OA for that at the show, because I may end up buying it. We'll see what happens.
Ooh, hell yeah, man! That would be sick.
Yeah. So these can be signed by myself, Andrew, Lena, Andrew Mangum, Gabriel Mangum did the cover, and Marat Michaels. His cover is in the back. He'll be there. He can sign this as well. So yeah, and I believe Murphy is going to be there as well, who is one of the editors of this. So yeah. First opportunity to get all of us to sign this.
Sweet. And this is actually Murphy's hand right here. So this is a little sneak peek of Murphy. So there you go.
Little cameo.
Yeah, a little cameo. Little taste of what you guys get to see at Dallas Fan Expo. So yeah, make sure if you guys are coming out there, or if you guys want to pick up this book, either message myself or Drew, and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I think these are just going to be exclusive to the expo, which would be pretty rad. So
correct. Yeah, 50 copies. That's it. If people doubting me, it's like bullshit. He's got a box of them. No, I got the printing invoice. I'll show you. 50 copies of the Virgin, 50 of the trade. That is it.
That is it. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Yep.
So. Well, let me do this. So I wanted to ask you guys. So here are the comics for this week. But I wanted to ask you guys, should we do? I want to kind of get an idea of what covers or what books we should potentially bring to have signed for Dallas Fan Expo. So like Stephen Platt, of course, already I'm thinking Prophet, right? And I'm thinking American, what was it? Something American, right? Drew, it's the book that you got us, right?
Oh, it's his sketchbook that he did?
Was it?
No, it wasn't Fighting American. What was it?
Yeah, it was Fighting American.
Yeah, Fighting American.
One, right?
Fighting American. Yes.
Yeah.
Fighting American.
Yeah. So those are the two immediately off the bat. I'm like, either, a Fraga book that Stephen Platt was on. I'm thinking, the Prophet series. I'm thinking Fighting American.
Yeah,
and I'm also thinking
his Moon Knight
oh
covers.
My gosh, those Moon Knight covers. Yeah. With the ripped cloak and everything.
Yeah.
And then I'm also thinking, if you guys have never heard of, I want to say it's, oh no, I'm blanking on the name now. It's like Soul something.
Soul Saga. Soul Saga.
Soul Saga. Beautiful. Probably my favorite series by him. Soul Saga is gorgeous.
Yes.
But yeah, so I don't know. You guys want to save? Should we come up with some books now, or should we save this to the end? Because
let's talk about the good stuff now. Let's talk about the show now, because honestly, the books this week sucked ass. Let's talk about some good stuff.
That's fair. Because I was thinking about wait, should we leave this to the end as like a palate cleanser, or should we try and see if we can come up with some stuff now? But ISOM 1, ISOM 2, Alpha Core, and Yaira. Those are the books we should bring. All right. Good to know. Yeah, good call on that Moon Knight, Rudy. Yeah, no, actually, that's a good. I mean, Eric will be there. We can get him signed. So,
sure.
how much would my book go for then? Because someone bought my book for
less.
Max, I would suggest, if he does sign it there, immediately get it graded at CBCS, CGC, whatever it does. Do the on-site grading, and boom, you got a $900 book, guarantee it.
$900
yeah.
for ISOM number 1, or the original art by ISOM number 1.
God.
Josh just wants him to sign his shirt. You'll never wash that shirt again, though, Josh. Dang. So let's see. Andy's got a vast bibliography. Let's see here. Andy Kubert.
Andy
And
Jubert.
most of
Oh, that's how it's pronounced.
Oh, Andy Jubert. Oh.
Oh.
The Doku Man character. All right.
Could you imagine? Kubert. There we go. Andy. Or as we say, Andrew. Let's see. Comics. So I'm probably assuming most of his like most famous stuff is going to come from his X-Men covers.
And well, and his Batman run. I mean, you can't forget his Batman run he did with Grant Morrison. Because that was
this guy? This one?
No, well, that was part of it. But if you go like when yeah, for the most part, when he was the co-creator with Grant on, he co-created Damian those first several issues. He was yours in that run.
Oh shoot. Batman versus Predator?
Yeah.
Yes, he was on that with Dave Gibbons wrote it. It's a terrific issue.
Surprisingly, this was a Tom Taylor book, I'm pretty sure. I liked this Batman the Detective series. I thought it was pretty good.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was right.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, kid's doing all right.
Kid's doing all right. He did some Brightest Day stuff. Nice. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, the Cable he did was awesome with Art T-Bear. Loved it.
Yes. Yeah.
Love that
Excellent.
run.
Man, we're only in the C's. He did some Conan stuff. Cap.
His Captain America stuff he did because he was on that run around the same time that what's his name? He did the Berserker series. Keanu.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. The grandpa.
Ron Garney. Ron Garney.
Yeah.
Ron Garney and Andy Cooper on the art. Amazing.
Where's the X-Men stuff that I remember? Oh, here's all the G.I. Joe. So if you guys have any of the G.I. Joe stuff.
Do you forget his Ghost Rider run? Come on, his Ghost Rider stuff he did.
Oh, yeah, he did some good Ghost Rider stuff. Oh, look at this cover, man. Whoo, yes, sir.
And people forget he was doing that. He was inked by his dad, Joe, doing this stuff.
That's cool. That's pretty dope. So. I don't think CGC is going to be at Dallas Fan Expo. Plus, CGC they're compromised now, man. How can anyone trust them?
Hey, watch your mouth.
Well, you know what? There's always CBCS. So there you go.
I'm shocked that CGC's not there. Why wouldn't they be there?
Why would they?
There's always facilitators there. They may not have a booth, but there will be facilitators like Capture Collectibles or whatever. They can.
Yeah.
Flaccid says, I was proudest Nottingham or not ham. Nottingham. Yes, unfortunately, no Nottingham tonight. But we will bring Nottingham back with Shane Connery Volk in June. So he will be with us hanging out. Imagine buying a #1 original art for ISOM, and it's an artist proof, one of 200 not even signed. Oh, no.
That sounds about right.
Oh, gosh. What's up, Jack? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, man, you probably know this more than anyone. We're going over some of the books that we should bring to Dallas Fan Expo to have signed for some of Andy Kubert stuff. So let us know if there's anything you can think of. For Platt, there's an iconic 90s Wizard number 35. Drew, do you know about
this? Oh, yes, I do. It's a tri-gatefold cover. Yeah.
What? And, tri-gay?
Tri-gay cover. Tri-gay cover.
Tri-gay cover.
It's filled. It's just you want to talk about Prophet just with huge guns, bullets, casings all over the cover, and it's got this huge pull-out poster inside the issue of Wizard. It is glorious. It is splat. There it is. Yes.
Wow. Yep. This is that's Platt for you. This is him. Oh, look at that. This just screams fun to me.
Yes.
Like hell yeah.
This is take my money now.
Read this. Yeah, I want to read this. I don't care what it is. I want it.
Yeah. I want it. Even if the interiors, like even if the writing or the interior dialogue isn't like perfect, this looks fun as hell. And we'll be July 1994. I was a wee babe I was only one. I was only one in 1994. So,
I was 10.
oof.
So I was the prime mark for that issue when it came out.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely. So where were we? We were over here. Yeah, man, like I've got this cover, and then I've also I recently bought the 6-issue Midnight Suns series, not the trade paperback, but all 6 issues. So I will have those as well for him to sign because I'm pretty sure he did 2 of those covers and interiors. So we actually covered the Midnight Sun series here on we did that issue 1.
We looked over it because Marvel was putting out that new Midnight Suns SUNS, and we're comparing and contrasting just how amazing and epic that original run was.
Yep. We should bring him the Midnight Suns, like the 2020 whatever Midnight Suns, and go, "This is yours, right? You did the Midnight Suns book," and he's gonna be like, "No,
this art is so good. This is awesome."
Yeah, he's like, "Who did this? Wow." He did some Punisher stuff. The official handbook of the Conan universe. That's cool. Nam. The Marvel swimsuit special. I loved these, man. I think I have almost all of them.
Of course you do.
I mean, how could you not want Punisher and like a little, thong bikini thing with a Punisher skull on his dong? So.
Amen.
Ooh, so I actually do have this full series. He actually did this book called Semper Fi. So Tales of the Marine Corps. So he did 3 of these issues for that series. So I'll bring those. Kind of a niche one, but for Marines, it's like, hey, that's pretty cool. Here it is. Yeah. Spirits of Vengeance, Rise of the Midnight Sun.
There it is.
I got that bad boy. I'm ready to bring it up for him to sign.
Yeah. Oh, that's the trade.
I got that. I got the trade.
Yeah.
Trade. You got to bring him the single issues, man. Come on.
What? That's gay. No.
No one gets trade signs.
Real
I
fans.
do.
Real fans.
Yeah.
No, trades are for reading. Single issues are for collecting.
I don't know about that.
Maybe maybe not so much because I do.
Oh, don't forget his Ultimate X-Men run he did with Mark Miller.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, man. Yeah, he did a lot of X-Men. Oh, this is the one I was looking for. Yeah. Whew.
Yeah,
I mean, talk about a classic cover. My God.
Yeah.
This is him. That's him. Shall we be bringing this one with us next weekend?
If you have it.
Question. Smoke them if you got them.
Mm-hmm.
If you got it, bring it. What was there were a few others that like during the early issues of that run. X-Men Annual #1. Oh,
X-Men Annual. Yeah.
X-Men Annual. That's beautiful. Look at the team right there, man.
Only it was Jim Lee.
Yeah.
I know.
And what's crazy is that if you look at if they released the new X-Men #1 variant coming out, and he did the cover of it, and it looks pretty damn close to what that looked like. He's got the same style. It's still kicking.
Still holds up, huh?
Yeah. There it is. There's the issue.
Yeah.
This is maybe one of my favorite issues in comic books. It's a doozy of a book, but it's still one of my favorites to this day.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
It's a good one. If any of you don't know, this is the issue where Magneto rips the adamantium from Wolverine's skeleton. Badass.
Yes. It's not to confuse with Wolverine 75. It's like, no. Wolverine 75 was after. They're trying to survive and leave. Yeah. This is when it happens.
When he's trying to recover and he almost falls out of the plane and Jean Grey has to kind of grab him and he saves himself. And crazy. Yeah. But
he discovers he has the bone claws.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Josh says, honestly, that wizard cover looks like a mess to me. You're a mess,
Jesus
Josh.
God.
You don't know what quality is.
No idea.
Oh, no. I can't wait to bring every Tom King issue I own so I can have him write "I'm sorry" on them.
God, what a fucking cut. The fact he does that, it's like, God, you're
Wait,
such a bitch.
Wait, what? Tom King writes
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry
people
on
will, yeah, people will say, hey, can you sketch something on here? He'll do some terrible little like stick doodle and write I'm sorry on there.
Oh my god, he loves being the self-deprecation. He
Yes,
loves it. It's such a weird kink.
yes,
Sorry,
it
fetish.
is. But everyone back
Yeah,
then
well,
was
he
like, oh, haha,
self-deprecates.
this is funny. This is so funny. Ha It's like,
Yeah.
no, you're a fucking
Mm.
pussy. Like, it is such a cuck move.
He should just say, "I'm sorry, mommy."
Yes.
Just add mommy on there, and it's peak Tom King. So yeah, I am a motard. Yeah, that's fair. So in the Marine Corps, if you were like too motivated, we'd call you a motard instead of a retard. So shit, the last thing I read with Andy Kubert art was Grant Morrison's run on Batman. Yeah, that's right. That was what
Going
Drew was
back.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah. It's like, Jesus.
Good in the polymap?
I think that
I don't
sounds
know.
better than a good ying the poly world.
Oh,
Polly Papshmere? What?
Yeah,
oh no.
the Polly Pocket. What is it? The pop
Polly Papshmere.
Oh no.
Polly Paw Patrol.
I love that it's also like Paw Patrol. I love that it's like a pathetic little stick figure too. He like they
Yes.
can't even try. Oh,
Right.
no.
I
Yeah,
told
how do you
see?
pleasure your wife from the cuck chair?
Well,
What he says every time he fails to play. No, he lets someone else do that, Aaron. So
No, he's watching and jerking off like Donny Case.
yeah.
using his own tears as lubricant.
Ooh, oh no, it's so salty. Jack says I have a copy of X-Men number 25 because it's a gimmick cover, but the actual comic is good. It sits unbagged with the Spider-Man 2099 number 1.
Wow.
You're just too cool for it, Jack, huh?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Damn.
Too cool for school.
Too cool for school. Well, I for one love these books, and I will be bringing most of them. Honestly, I think I have up until 40. No, maybe I think I have up until 40. So I'll probably bring a good portion of these, see if he can sign them.
Wait, how
yeah,
much room? How much shit do you have? How much stuff are you bringing?
I'm bringing as much as I can, baby.
Jesus God. You're like a giant rucksack? You're just going to bring it all?
No, I'm not going to be the guy that pulls up with the short box and he's like, "Hey, can you sign all these?" And it's like,
I was going to say, if you are,
the...
I want nothing to do with you.
And on top of that, you're the guy who's taking them all out one at a time. They're not debagged and boarded, ready to go. All on their bags and boards.
Yep. And you don't think anybody's behind you in line. You're just acting like you're the only one here. It's like, God, fuck.
And because some of those guys don't have agents with them for the line. So like they're like, for Mark Silvestri, he had an agent with him, and the girl was like, "All right, make sure that all your books are unbagged and boarded. Like, take them out of the bag and board so that he can just sign them all like right then and there." But some people don't have that, so they're like taking them out at the booth, and it's just taking forever.
Yep.
But no, so these will be cool. Who's next up on the list? So obviously, yeah, Andy's a big one. What was the next one? Ooh, Art Adams, bro. Oof. I don't even know if we have time to get his covers.
No, his line is always a mile long. Yeah. Always a mile long.
But Art Adams, just in case, let's see what he's got on here.
He goes back a long, long, long way. Yeah. And it's amazing how big of an inspiration he was on a lot of his peers. Everyone looked up to him.
I mean, this is probably his most iconic cover.
It's hard. Well, I mean, if you ask his peers, if you ask a lot of the artists, they'll tell you his Long Shot series. That was what people loved. True.
Good call. Yeah. I did actually back this Kickstarter, so maybe I'll bring this book because this is another gorgeous one that's really cool. This was a fun. This was for the holiday one that they did, where Santa Claus is. It's like one of the not covers, but it's the double-sided, and it's got Santa on the other side.
Yeah, Santa's like an Omega level mutant, apparently.
Yeah, there he is. Look,
Yeah,
he's running from you.
Yeah.
That was a great issue. That was a fun issue.
That was fun.
This was fun. Yeah, we covered this on our holiday special, I think.
That's right, we did.
Yeah. That was one of the ones that was actually good because a lot of the other books were kind of not so great. Not so great.
Yeah.
Well, I liked Mark Miller's Chicky Nuggy Batman. So.
Play with his choo-choo.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked it. So yeah, this is the one you're talking about, Drew. Yeah.
Correct. He had the long shot miniseries, and people really dug it.
Gosh, that looks so rad. That cover's iconic, man.
Yeah, and so is Longshot, apparently.
He's made the rounds. He's made his way around. Can you guys think of anything else?
I mean, he's done a lot. He's done a lot of indie stuff. I mean, he did I think Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. No, Monkey Man. I'm sorry, Monkey Man and O'Brien. Monkey Man and O'Brien was one he did for Dark Horse, I believe. And he think he did a Creature from the Black Lagoon as well back in the day. But he's done a lot of monster stuff. I think he did a Godzilla. I think.
Okay.
He's done a lot of great indie stuff.
There's one cover. Oh, this one, New Mutants. This is one of my favorites that he's done with Emma.
Yes.
So crushed it with this.
I
don't want Amazon. I just want the picture. There it is. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Almost. Jim Lee almost makes it to this level. So he's almost there. He almost got there, but he's losing it now.
He's trying to be Jim Lee, and he's like, I'm never going to be that good, so I need to sell for this dog shit.
Oh, Jesus, Kyle.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, let's have a bullshit background that's not even real, because I'm too lazy to actually have a background.
Well, I'm sorry, Kyle. He can't phone in and just pump out a cover from all those files like every week.
And that's solid.
Yeah, he takes his time.
I know. It's crazy how he's able just to be like, here's another, amazing, wonderful work of art here that I can just kind of doodle, and everything else is just dog shit in comparison. And it's like, damn, to have that talent.
Fantastic Four 348. Is this the one?
He did.
348.
Yep, the new Fantastic Four. Yeah, he did that.
Nice.
Art T-Bear did the inks on that while he did the pencils.
Oh, cool. T-Bear.
The T-Bear.
The T-Bear. The T-Bone.
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 Actually, the trifecta. Walt Simonson wrote it. Art Adams on the pencils. Art T-Bear on the inks.
Dude. Could you imagine if we had that type of talent right now in the industry? Those guys are all still around. Yeah. Marvel's not hiring them to do anything.
Nope, they won't. Yeah, and I think Walt actually said when he was on Cartoonist Kayfabe, they won't hire him because they don't know. The editors don't know who he is. He's too old or whatever. And
oh my god,
it's ridiculous.
Dude, yeah, that infuriates me.
Yeah.
Ryan says art is a nice old school. I agree. He did the Gumby comics. Whoa, that's kind of cool. All right. Gumby kind of freaks me out, but hey, that sounds all right. So we had Andy Kubert, Art Adams. David Finch. That's another one where it's like we could be there.
I got a story. I got a story about David Finch.
How so? Or what? I mean.
So he goes back a way. He goes back to like the 90s. He got his real start over at Top Cow, working under Mark Silvestri. He was one of his guys, and he was amazing. Still is amazing. But he did some provocative covers back in the day.
Ooh.
And one of which he did a cover. It was like there was like full on bush on the cover of a woman.
Oh,
yeah. So I had a few copies of it, and I took them up to him to sign at a show in Boston. He was right next to his wife, and I hand them over to David. He looks down at them. He stops. He takes a beat, looks at him. He looks up at me. He looks up at me and says, "Don't show these to my wife, please."
Oh, gosh. That's awesome. That's pretty funny. I mean, he knows the human anatomy better than like anyone, and he knows how to stretch it just enough to make it like superhero but still realistic. And yeah, his women and men are absolutely impeccable. So yeah, if he did a nudie cover, I'm sure it'd look pretty nice. So remember which book it was, Drew?
I don't, unfortunately. I wish I could. This is going back in 2019. I wish I could have told you.
Damn. I'll start typing in David Bush naked or David Finch Bush naked ladies. So this was actually, weird as it is, this was actually my very first comic ever. I remember buying it. I remember reading it.
That explains a lot.
At the art. I know it really does. I wonder why I like Image Comics and Top Cow and Conan and all this stuff. So, yep. So I will be bringing this to him and seeing if he can sign it. But yeah. Can you guys think of anything?
Well, I mean, he's another guy. I mean, he did some work at Marvel, the Ultimate Universe. He did some Ultimate X-Men.
Did the Moon Knight?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna talk. Yeah, of course. His fucking Moon Knight run he did with.
Yeah, that's your favorite run, dude, right?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, absolutely.
Or your favorite cover of all time? Or favorite book of all time, like this one?
Yeah, and I've got the Marant Michaels Pooh homage cover of that.
Boo.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
That's a definite boo.
But I got another story about David Finch going back before that incident, back to 2007, 2006. And I'm at a show in Orlando. It's not MegaCon, it's another show. I forget what it was. But I'm in line. I got a bunch of Moon Knights for him to sign for myself. And I'm talking to his wife, actually, behind the counter. And I'm talking to her about are you guys all in competition with each other with Wizard magazine, like top 10? Like, oh yeah, every month we're all like, okay, who's number one this week? Who's number 5? Did I leapfrog over this guy this week? And just talking about how competitive they all were. And I asked her, like, well, so what gig does he want more than anything else? She was like, Batman. He will not shut up about Batman. He wants that more than anything else. And sure enough, he got to do Batman not long after Moon Knight.
Yeah, there you go. It was for New 52 era, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
And he did right before that. He did is when Batman came right back to life, when they brought him back from the quote unquote dead. He got zapped back to the past, whatever bullshit it was. But he had that he gave him a new costume. Like it had that, like the logo lit up. It was, I don't know. He did some covers and stuff, but he didn't do full issues until like later on in New 52.
Okay. Well, I do want to introduce our very own Aaron Sparrow to the show. What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not too bad.
Hey!
Hey!
We've and before New 52, it looks like
those 2 issues I was talking about. Yeah, he does some cover work. Yeah.
Nice. Well, Aaron, thanks for joining, man. We've just been going over some of these creators that are going to be at Dallas Fan Expo, and we were seeing what books we should bring to the table to see if we could get them signed or remarked or any of that cool stuff. So we already went through.
Kubert was actually at Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario a couple weeks ago.
Was he really? Oh, dude,
yeah.
I should have brought my stack.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, you would have had not a hard time because it's like his booth had a line like all day, but it wasn't like an insurmountable line.
Sure, yeah. Whereas like Dallas, I know it's gonna be it's gonna be crazy.
You know what's funny is multiple times in New York, I've just walked up to guys like Silvestri and Art Adams.
Really?
Yeah, when they're in Artist Alley, there comes a point where it's like you can only like funnel so many people through that area, and there's just times of the day where it just gets kind of sparse, and everybody who wants to see them has seen them, and people are just shuffling through, and you can walk up and have conversations with them and everything.
That's cool.
And not just that. There's so many creators there. Like all the fans are so spread out. It's like it's pretty nice when you can actually run through a creator because like there's so many big name creators there, and not everyone can be in the same place at once. Which is awesome.
You know, Marvel and DC have made the industry so small that at any con there's only like 14 people that like comic books. So
very true.
Hell yeah.
It's become pop culture con, not comic con.
Yeah, you know, you get more than you know. It's like, so sure, like those 14 people will be at Art Adams' table, but they're not even that spread out because you know it's like, oh, let's see, I could talk to Art Adams or I could go over there and talk to Tom King. I'll hang out at Art's table.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be at Heather Antos's table.
Woo!
I don't understand how an editor keeps getting a table. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. Hey, I edited these books poorly.
Hey, but when she does have the booth, at least she'll be able to have her Hail Satan shirt on that everyone just finds so quirky and funny that she's a 40-year-old woman who's like, I'm an edgy 13-year-old subredditor teen cringe lord.
Well, that 666 on her shirt is actually her weight, Max.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. At least she's being honest with people. But
Aaron's not kidding. I mean, he is not kidding. If you look at a photo of her from back in like 2018 to now, yeah, she's on the Gail Simone Olive Garden breadsticks diet.
Oh my gosh, more breadsticks, Alejandro.
Those milkshakes bring all the inches to the yard, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. By the way, hail Zaxx. Thank you for being here, my man. Always great to see you. Yes, Slavic. We will go over this in just a moment here. Wes mentioned today in a video that Marvel pays only $80 a page. So even though it is sad that they are not hiring top tier creators, there's a reason why. So even the editors that know who Walt is probably blatantly say his style is too dated for modern comics. This is something that Perch has confirmed, that he has spoken to people within the industry that say that Walt's style is out of date and that people do not want to read his stuff. Especially look at who was it? Corrupt journalist Heidi McDonald, who said that people don't want to read. Was it John Byrne?
Yeah. 30-year-old guys, young people don't want to read a comic by John Byrne.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, Kyle doesn't want to read it, but
yeah,
all the rest of us comic book fans.
No, we want to read. We want to see art by Erica Henderson. You know,
who?
Yes,
he's turning in such great pages now over at DC.
Yeah,
Harley Quinn,
Girl, Queen Slay,
World Girl.
Every year she gets a bigger booth. She needs a bigger booth.
You know, normally I wouldn't make fun of that sort of thing, but she's just such an odious personality that I feel like the gloves are off.
Yeah, at least the. I was about to say at least the weight matches the personality now, but that's not very nice. You know what is pretty nice? Gosh dang, Stephen Platt Soul Saga artwork, man. If you thought that Prophet was too messy and maybe too chaotic and a little bit too much, this to me is like, I think where he peaked, like where he truly was able to show his like the perfect quality to his talent. But yeah, even the interiors on this thing, man, is just absolutely impeccable.
The colors, just everything.
Yeah.
Who did the colors godlike? But I actually want to read that.
Yeah, right. No, this is actually far better than godlike.
Oh, that's already exciting. Oh, good.
Yeah. So created by Stephen Platt and Christian Lichtner, penciled by Stephen Platt, inked by Matt Bat Banning. Oh, dude. Well, of course,
there you go.
That tracks, and then also color by Liquid. So another fantastic, colorist there. They were doing all the Top Cow Image stuff for sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I love the world that he's built in these books. Everything just feels like really unique.
Wouldn't
and
you like it
original.
more though if the world were explained to you in really excruciating detail for like the first half of the book?
Oh no.
I appreciate
Would
it.
Shut up, Kyle.
Well, just because you guys aren't smart
man.
enough to read doesn't mean that some of us don't like to have our lore just beaten over the head until you just give up. That's what
Yeah.
I want.
Just
Yeah,
dump
remember at the
words.
beginning of Lord of the Rings where you got the entire history of Middle Earth in the prologue?
Yep, and
Now
then
it's,
you
and
gave
you're like,
up.
fast,
Yeah.
now it's
Why
fast
is the-
asleep.
Why is the prologue 6 hours?
Where's the
You know what's
story?
weird though?
at?
You know what's weird?
No,
The
we're
Lord of the
getting
Rings, the Lord of the Rings movies, individually didn't take 3 years to produce.
That's true.
This is true.
Yeah.
They filmed for what was it, like 18 months or something?
Mm-hmm.
So that was just principal shoot, or that wasn't having them come back and do reshoots or anything. That was just for principal shooting. But yeah, they were able to do that within a few years. But
We'll see who gets
and
the
those-
last laugh. All right. We'll see.
well, I mean, what are we going to have to what are we going to have to say who made the better legacy? Peter Jackson and the Lord of the Rings trilogy, or Godlike from what's his name
Malin?
again? I don't even know. John Malin.
We'll see. Time will
yeah.
tell. I'm putting all my money in Godlike, though.
All right,
It's a lock.
you can do that. It's a lock. Kyle's locked it. Lock it in. So speaking of
This is
locking it in,
this is Red Monica, but blonde.
Yes, yeah. It's like here's Red Monica with armor, and then here's blonde actual Red Monica from Battle Chasers.
Oh yes.
So,
Those
man.
proportions are way off. No woman would ever actually look like that.
Shut up.
Oh,
Kyle.
shut up, Kyle.
Yeah.
We both.
God, that is just like that is so rude and disrespectful.
Kyle, I'm going to send you links to about 8 Instagram models just right off the top of my head.
That's all AI, clearly.
Isn't it funny though how the times have changed? We're not introduced to her by her face. The first panel that we're introduced to her are her boobs. That's the first thing we see of her.
Her eyes are not down there, okay?
Well, quite a
I
turn.
gotta remember to honor this page right here. I gotta remember to do this in the future.
Do it, man. Hell yeah.
Well, remember this is shown from the main character's perspective, so this is the first thing that he saw.
Oh, of course, yeah. Which
Okay,
I mean,
sure.
rightfully so.
Because he's a man. God.
I mean, also, it's like when you have like a big neon sign pointing to them, you can't really be mad. It's the first thing that the guy notices.
Yeah, like her outfit, her literally points in like this. So
where are her organs?
Yeah.
No one stands like that.
Where's her character development?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Hey, this is a strong female character. Isn't that what people want, right?
Not like this.
Princess Persephone, daughter of the great King Chiron. Already better names than what was it? Magnus.
Magus
Noom.
I mean, I was listening to a Rob Liefeld podcast, and he was talking about how, honestly, it's true. If there's a name on the cover of the book that you cannot pronounce, the customer is most likely not going to buy it because they cannot pronounce it.
I hate to say it, but that tracks. I mean, we're simple creatures, and that's what they did on VHS tapes and Blockbuster video stores. Like the art on that box set, you have about 4 seconds to capture someone's attention to say, "Hey, this movie looks cool." Same exact thing with comics. Hey, this comics looks cool. Wait, Magus Numite? Nah, never mind. I'm good. Thanks.
What?
But yeah, King Chiron's special ambassador on a mission to the Khan nation, whose radiant beauty is only matched by her fierce independence. Strong, independent woman.
That's strong enough.
Hot and don't need no man.
She definitely don't need no man. Because the man says, "I love this job." Pervert.
Oh.
What's the matter? What's the matter, Cat? Jealous? Ooh, as if. Come on, let's board. Dude, this is so much fun.
You know, she may not
Well,
need no man, but she want a man. I'll say that. Yeah.
Well, she better be a lesbian, because if not, she's not a real character.
Well, yeah, redhead over here will be nailing.
How can she wait? How can she be a lesbian, Kyle? She's not even black.
Or disabled, Aaron.
I'm just saying,
Right.
It's to it.
before its time. It's before its time. They had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you think that do you think like as a black woman, like they're ever just like reading comics and they go like, well, why are there no straight black women in any of these books? Like, where's my representation?
I would hope so.
That's a good question. That's what I was asking about this week's Pride issue, Aaron, because I was reading it and I was like, why aren't there any like masculine gay characters here or feminine gay characters here? Like it was, well, actually they were all feminine gay characters, but there were no like true midnighters or anything. It was like all lollipops and sunshines and rainbows and cutesy wootsy funsy onesies. And I was like, there are gay characters out there that are actually really, really enticing and intellectual or have motivations other than just I want to rail you.
Well,
Like
that's
Alan
because they're
Scott,
actually
yeah.
a character. They're a character first. They're a character that happens to be gay instead of a gay character.
Right, right.
Where their character is gay. Like that. What's their character? You're like, so what's his character about? And it's like, well, he's gay. All right, but what's his deal? Well, I just told you.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's it.
Hey.
That's it. That's all. That's all he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So yeah, what's his motivation? Well, he's gay. Yeah, we got that. You know.
I mean, look at
You know
Iceman now. Look at Iceman. Like every time he shows up, he has to say something like, they're like, yeah, there's top men working on it. Ooh, I'd like to meet these top men. And you're just like, oh, shut up.
Jeez.
Shut up.
They're almost like Stephen King in the fact that Stephen King was turning into that like evil laundry press, evil clown, evil this. Now it's like gay insert thing, gay insert thing. It's like, Jesus, that's what they're turning into.
Well, have you seen Stephen King lately? I mean, he's turned into a lesbian.
Oh, he is.
He's like an elderly lesbian now.
Wait, but what about all the top tier creative talent on the new Star Trek celebrations, where you have Vita Ayala, you have Steve Orlando, you have I think it was Heather Ontos, and Max Visaggio. Yeah, that's right. And Max is on there. I mean, that's when you think of an anthology.
That's a murderer's row, all right.
Yeah.
They have murdered sales.
See?
They also murdered
franchises.
like an actual person.
That too.
One of them. Yeah. So so while we're talking about this, because we will need a palate cleanser. So I will come back to where to go. I'm going to come back to this because this double page spread. I mean, come on, man, this is awesome. But I will come back to this. This is DC Pride 2024. This is a long book. I got through, I think, the first story, and then I think I got through which one was it? I went through Phil Jimenez's story. And I think that was about all I could take.
Look, I respect Phil as an artist, but as a writer, yeah. He needs to stick to art.
Yeah, and I mean, I get.
Hey, we started a diner. Come on, is there anything more modern than look foodsy wootsies?
Foodsy wootsies, guys. I like food. That's me. I can definitely relate to food.
Oh, it's Al Ewing. So it's Al Ewing. So this is just a pretend gay story.
Yes, right. So, so are you? So this character asks, "Are you bisexual or pansexual? Are you omni?" And then there's a bunch of replies that treat it like you're picking a side. Why can't we all just get along?
So
I guess.
God.
So I guess
like
this
he
guy
gets shot in the fucking head. Like,
oh my God, Kyle. I do not endorse Kyle's takes. No, I'm kidding.
Hello, Space Boy.
So this is Hello, Space Boy. He says, I mean, bisexual feels right, Rutger. I landed in 1976. That was the word I learned for me. I like guys. I like girls. I like folks beyond the whole binary.
This is the actual fucking conversation?
This is the conversation.
Jesus Christ.
it's not superheroics, man. This is just a romance novel for gay people, right? I
No,
mean,
it's not just. No one would ever fucking say this in real life. Ever would have a conversation like this. This is. Oh my god.
Because that's the thing, though, Drew, is like I've never had a conversation like this. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say I've never had a conversation with a gay person.
Well, I mean that too, because Josh. I mean, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I don't get. I've never had this conversation before. I've never even heard this conversation before, like even in passing, and I don't. But so I don't want to say, oh, this would never happen, because I guess I've never experienced it, right? But I don't know, Josh. Can you speak to this? Like,
Max,
is this something?
Max, that by that second word bubble, I am already throwing up my hands, like saying, like, I'm calling bullshit that no one in the history of mankind would ever have a conversation like this. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievably stupid. I don't buy this for a minute.
The dialogue is so trite and so like ridiculously written. It's like, it's infuriating that someone got paid to do this. This is not like, it's not, I mean, maybe it is. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe it just comes easier to me, but it's like, it's not that difficult to write natural dialogue. All you have to do is talk to actual people and listen listen to how people communicate.
Yeah, and it feels like this is pandering, and it feels like it's really forced, and really heavy.
It's very forced. It is very forced.
It doesn't feel natural, and it doesn't feel like it's just like you guys said, this doesn't feel like a natural, just friendly conversation or human conversation. It feels like, what, how can I really emphasize this person is gay? without actually
I'll have him being interviewed about being gay.
Yeah. I'll read on here. He says
he's a space boy. It's like, oh yeah, he's gay. That's the most interesting part. What the fuck are you talking about? He's from space.
Is there anything interesting about being gay in a day and age where everything is gay and you are constantly bombarded by gay? Like, why is this guy interviewing him like it's some groundbreaking thing? Oh, you're gay like everybody else in the DC universe?
Yeah. That's actually a good point. He says, I like folks beyond the whole binary thing. I don't much care what anyone was assigned as.
Wow.
That was just how it was on my world. Gender was a zone you arrived at.
Fuck off.
He says, so you've told me. Sounds nice. That part was, but we Tradlavians, so like traditional Tradlavians, were just hung up on factionalities instead of sexualities. Were you mind council or body politic, culture warrior or might writer? Were you into all the wars or just some of them?
I'm sorry, Max. I am so pissed right now from this dialogue. This is so goddamn stupid. It's unbelievably infuriating right now. Just like what Aaron said. I'm sorry. I'm muting myself.
This is a better version of the intro to Pulp Fiction. Like, this is what I want that diner scene at the beginning of Pulp Fiction to be.
Nailed it.
This is the kind of world building I wanted from Godlike.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
If only.
Josh says the only people having conversations like that is that 0.01% of the community that think they're a walking PSA for pansexuals. I'll only believe this is a gay story if they did it in the diner bathroom before doing the interview. So, I mean, I guess from my understanding, after reading this, I felt that, what's his name? Al Ewing was trying to do like look at the parallels between our universe and this guy's universe, right? Culture warrior or might writer. Like, he's saying alt-right, and culture warrior is in like social justice warrior and alt-right. Like, I think he's trying to make that parallel, because even then the interviewer is like, is that connected to why we're meeting some mysterious friend? Blah, blah, blah. Oh no. He says this. See, you're just like Earth people after all. So he's like trying to, I guess, make that connection.
He's trying to be clever and he's failing.
Correct. So then we get this character.
Is that Freddie
Young
Mercury?
men, there's a place you can go. I
It's-
said, young men.
Yeah. It's Bear Freddie Mercury.
Yep.
It's Gym Rat Joe Glass.
Oh, yeah, actually. Like if Joe Glass lost the weight and was like, yeah. He says, I'm from his world. I wouldn't say we're alike, not in outlook at least, not since I tried to conquer the earth. What? You must be Rutger. Like, it's
What?
just things just happen, and I'm like, what is happening? And then random, they get in a car and they find this like space monster, and Freddie Mercury has an infinity gauntlet, and he goes, I'm gonna blast its, blast its
That is the
fist
gayest
fly."
infinity gauntlet I've ever
his
seen.
Yeah.
His fisting gauntlet. That's what
His
it is.
That's right.
fisting gauntlet, exactly.
That's right. That's the
Yeah.
rhinestone gauntlet right there.
There you go. And he goes, ready to take the stage, Starman? And he goes, disco, baby.
Hell yeah.
What
Wait, that's
Yeah.
disco. Oh my god.
And then they fight, and then there's only
panel.
one
That's
page
it.
of action.
One panel.
Panel.
No, that's not a page. That's a panel.
Yeah. And then he goes, so how was it for you? Or how was that for you?
Mm.
And then they have like some romantic talk and like, well, I did this, blah, blah. But then he asks him again. He goes, so how was it for you? And the last page is them disco. There you go.
Oh.
So-
You know what would have been awesome if this was like this alien they were fighting, they did all this, like this was the precursor to AIDS, and like they're the ones that brought AIDS.
Oh my god. No.
And I was like, oh shit, like this was the start of it all. This was like ground zero. That was the
Oh my
alien they
god.
fought.
This is where it started. Oh
Yeah.
god. Yeah, no, I don't think they could do that. I don't think they could write that.
No, I think that's canon. I think it's canon. By the way, I want to apologize to Al Ewing for saying that he's a fake gay, because that is the gayest thing I've ever seen.
But I mean,
that is the gayest attempt at being gay that I have ever seen. Like, it's so pandering, it's so ridiculous. I feel bad. Like, I feel bad for my gay friends that like comics, because it's like this is what you're reduced to.
yeah. Oh yeah. And that is like we were talking about. Like this is all like Al Ewing probably wanted this to happen in the book, and he's like, how do I get them in bed together? This like random
Disco.
couple, and then had to work his way back up from there, and was like disco. So
Also, why do I care? Why do I care about the fight with the alien creature? Why do I care about any of it? All you did was give me two idiots sitting in a diner, which is like every comic now, in like bisexual lighting or whatever. I'm supposed to care about this space boy, and I'm supposed to care about Captain Mustache and them going off and fighting a big, hentai monster with a rhinestone fisting gauntlet, and then they bang. That's the payoff. The payoff is they bang.
yeah, imagine like the payoff of your like climactic story, and the climax is that they actually climax. It's like, oh, good.
But neither character is interesting or compelling, or I'm not rooting for either of them. I'm not rooting for them to win. I'm not rooting for them to lose. I'm certainly not rooting for them to bang, because I don't care.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All of these stories are just fluff, and it all just comes down to characters screwing each other. That's what you've reduced. Like, how can you sit there and how can you say like this is a celebration of these human beings, and you don't treat them like human beings at all? You just treat them like F dolls.
Well, because that's what they think they are. Because, like you said, Aaron, that's what they've been reduced to. And it like you said, I genuinely do feel bad because it would be like, I don't know, if Christians had comic books that were like, hey guys, we're gonna make like a ton of new Christian comic books, and it's like, don't you guys like mega churches and like big old concerts for like Jesus? How cool is that? And it's like, no, not really. I mean, that's not really what the gospel is about. And they're like, no, that's what you actually are. That's what you like. And they just tell you that's what you are, instead of actually trying to understand, about the faith and about what makes it, unique and what scripture says and all this stuff. And that's the same thing with, I feel like this, the ideology of the LGBTQ is they just kind of surface level. Oh yeah, you guys like F each other a lot. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, we'll do something like that.
Well, I get that that's like the Tumblr level, kind of transsexual version of LGBTQ. Is it's just like everything is about being gay or being lesbian or or being like any of the 87 other things that 840. I'm an infiniqueer. Whatever it is that it's like. But that's like your whole, like, you just made that your entire identity. It's so reductive. It's so absolutely reductive, and these comics are reductive, and they're for nobody except for the 12 weirdos that that's all that they have going for them. It's like your sexuality is not a personality. It's not a character. It's not interesting. Yeah. Do something else. Like, I just keep thinking of like Apollo and Midnighter and what well-developed characters they were, and characters like North Star that were characters first, and then you found out they were gay, and you were like, oh, and it wasn't like the main thing about them. Like, you could name 18 interesting facts before you ever even got to that about who the character was. You'd be like, yeah, Midnighter's got like a fight computer in his brain, and it's there were other things that you could say.
I do want to point out, so like I said, a good portion of these stories, the climax, the ending panel is them making out or having sex. So that was the first story. They end up, having
climaxing.
sex, climaxing, legitimate, actually. In this story, last panel, Aquaman or Aqualad and whoever it is end up making out. In this story, awful art. Like, this is what
all of this
is
art has
this?
been terrible.
It's not great. But yeah, in this story, I think the two, was it this one that they make out? Or at least
I don't hate this art for a specific type of story.
Yes, the two. Sorry.
Oh, there they go. Oh, like an old lady. Yeah. Is it two old ladies?
Two old ladies kissing. Yeah. There you go.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna start a fire once they start scissoring.
Oh no. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Aaron. I was just showing.
No, I don't mean a fire of fashion. I mean just the like when you rub together.
All that kindling down there.
This is why are we looking at this?
See, look, these two are kissing on the side here. So, like, I'm not kidding. Every panel of every last story of the past 4 stories had the couple kissing at the very end. It's like, dude, is this?
So just call it a romance. Just call it a romance book then. Why is it?
Yeah.
Why is it Pride? Like, just bring back like DC romance and be like, LGBT. What did they call some of those old comics? Like, like just make it like Young Gays in Love or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Or Hurts for Young and Gay. There we go.
Well, not except for those 2 old ladies. Except for those 2 old ladies.
It's Jadzia Axelrod's character, Galaxy.
You mean it's Jadzia Axelrod's character, Jadzia Axelrod.
Jadzia Axelrod. Oh, and that stupid dog that talks. Yay.
That's
characters.
Yeah.
That's the only, and it's a corgi like looking dog, of course. Because remember a few years ago when everything was corgi and mermaids in the Tumblr art community.
Oh,
finger mustaches.
I want to go back to that.
Oh, look, the caption is rainbow.
A little bit later, yeah. And isn't this Superboy's Super Twink's boyfriend, the terrorist? Remember?
Yeah. He's the terrorist. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him, right? This is him.
Yep.
At least I remember with the pink hair.
Yeah, that's right. It's a terrorist bomber. Yep.
Everyone has pink hair. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I guess that's true. This was, I think, the first story that they weren't kissing. So that was the first one I was like, oh, well, look at that.
Remember when colored hair was cool? And then it and then all these people took it over and it just became like when soccer moms like take over a hairstyle. Like, remember young girls were doing that thing where it's like they were blonde on top, but then it was black underneath. And then soccer moms started doing it and all of a sudden it wasn't cool anymore.
Oh yeah.
Whole like colored hair LGBT thing is. It's just like, oh, it's not cool anymore. It used to be for cool, edgy people, and now it's just for, non-binary.
Mentally ill weirdos.
No. Yeah. People who don't have a good personality.
And
who
they
have
know
nothing
that's
interesting.
the worst part. It's like, yeah, you colored your hair blue 6 months ago. Why haven't you recolored it?
Yeah. I find it interesting that the punk scene specifically back in the 80s and 90s, like if you had colored hair, you were edgy as hell. You were like against the system, against like the government, you were against all of it. You were like, I'm pushing back against, we are anarchy, blah blah blah. Playing Black Flag in your, on your motorcycle or something. Yeah, completely different time.
Yeah, I'm listening to Rancid, and I've got blue. Society wants me to have my normal hair color, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah. So this was the last story.
Look, I went there just like about to kiss.
Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah.
Or what
Wow,
if they
way
were
to
just
edge.
friends? Like I would like that
Damn.
one if they were just friends. They were like, yeah, we're both lesbians, but we're not into each other. You're not
Yeah,
my
hey, that would actually be something. Like, hey, just because we're lesbians doesn't mean we have to hook up immediately. So
you hold my knife.
um,
That's the
Boring.
comics are booming, says Zaxx. You're telling
there's
me,
gonna be
man.
a young adult graphic novel of this one. Look.
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't know though. That caption isn't in a rainbow caption, so I don't know if I can support it.
Oh no. Well, yeah, you can't put that on your Twitter, Aaron. So I mean, obviously. Josh says, look at what pride is now versus what it used to represent. Back in the day, they wanted to be able to live a life with the person they loved. Now it's how naked can I get in public? I would also say, how naked can I get in public? How far can I go with the kids that are there in public? How far can I show kids? And also, it's now moved from, hey, we just want you to accept our lifestyle.
We'd
Or
like to
be
live our
tolerant.
lives without being assaulted.
Yeah.
Right.
And we want you to be tolerant. Now it's not just acceptance and tolerance. It's now, what would the word be if they're trying to say you now have to promote it? You know what I mean? You now have to indulge in what we are doing. And I think that's the difference.
It has to be in every
them.
aspect of your daily life. When you wake up in the morning and you pour yourself a bowl of cereal, two dudes need to touch dicks right over your bowl. or you are
otherwise you hate gay
bigot.
people.
Yes,
You
exactly.
hate everything. Racist, transphobe, Nazi.
You're like, no, I don't hate everything. I just don't want your balls in my Captain Crunch in the morning.
Yeah.
You better be using that dick as a spoon, Aaron. Jeez.
Or else you're a bad person. That's just how it goes. So this story was pretty gay. However, I don't know. It was.
Is that the guy from the first story? Is that the guy that banged Spaceboy? And
No. So this is an actual autobiography of Phil Jimenez. So Phil Jimenez, who normally does artwork for DC, he wrote this story. So it's all from his perspective. So he says, when I was a kid, I used to dream about being the only boy raised on Paradise Island. You know, he could run around the mascara and be with all the Amazons, and he could have a safe space.
Well, but probably for different.
I was gonna say I wanted to also, but
So his thing was, he said it was his first queer utopia. This was Paradise Island, and it was my first queer utopia. So I can't say anything about this. I can't even critique it because this is just his perspective, and
Kyle,
he writes about that. And
Kyle,
so there you go.
You were a cop. Do you want to comment on queer utopia? How many domestics are lesbian relationships? What percentage would you?
The most percentage.
whatever
Any
that
percentage of any domestic, lesbian couples have the most of that, and they are the biggest pieces of shit. And they are the ones where it's like, if you're getting called to that, it's like, nope, I am not doing that. And if I am showing up, I'm getting a supervisor, or I'm rolling with 2 other cars because I don't want to be there for that.
Yikes.
They fought the most in the jails. They were the biggest pieces of shit. They talked back the most.
God.
I mean,
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I've known a lot of cops over the years, and that's always been the thing. Is they're like, the highest percentage, for a segment of the population that is not a large segment of the population. the inordinate amount of domestics within those relationships. I don't know if it's just because they think like they're both women, like that it's it's fine like to brawl. Like that actually happened with one of my neighbors. I came home one day and there was this loud crash, and I looked up, and her like girlfriend had smashed her head through the window and was trying to push her head down onto the broken glass of the window.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, and
my
it's like,
God.
so like a bunch of us went running up there, and like the landlord like kicked in the door and like went in there and like separated them, and it was insane.
Wow.
No joke.
Obviously, that's not everybody, but I just mean it's not anecdotal when I've heard it from multiple cops.
Yeah.
Josh says, so Phil is trying to recreate the praise they got for Kevin Conroy's story. I'm assuming maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to be an asshole just because this guy wants to tell his side of the story. And like, I'm sure every artist has a little bit of their story in their creation. Even Al Ewing, he's probably trying to put some sort of semblance of that in his, I don't know. His seems more disingenuous. What's his name? Phil Jimenez seemed like he was just legitimately trying to say, hey, I wanted queer spaces for myself, and so I tried to create them in comics. Like, that's pretty much the story. So,
Um,
Well, I mean, he succeeded. That's comics is just
Yeah.
a big queer space now.
yeah,
There's
no,
no space for
100%.
the straights.
Right. Yeah. Now the safe space for straights are just like old back issues. So because current books like Ultimate Spider-Man are definitely not anything that I want to read anytime soon. Because this was
Watch it.
boring.
Watch it. This series is saving comic books.
Yeah, Kyle. Why don't you tell us about Ultimate
Yeah,
Spider-Man
Kyle.
issue number
Yes,
5?
why don't you narrate this for us, please?
Yeah,
Tell us how this
please.
is exciting and amazing.
Yeah.
It only took
Well,
4 issues
yeah.
for Marvel to kill the only thing they had going.
And then
Maybe even
reinvigorate
3.
it. We get an awesome Harry Osborn story here.
Origin story.
Yeah. The
God
one that
damn
we
it.
haven't seen before, where Harry Osborn is getting in fights with his dad, Norman Osborn, about how he's a piece of shit and never going to live up to the name.
No, not really. No, he's not. It's not really like that.
It's 100% like that.
No, it's not that extreme. He's just telling them
Yes,
what the
it
name
is.
means. No, it's just telling them what the name means, and all of a sudden, boom, he's dead.
Yeah, and you're never going to do it because you're always late. You never show up. You need to do a better job of being this. It's like, haven't we gotten that every time? Are we ever going to get a universe where maybe something's different?
where
I don't know.
Harry and Norman are tight, like that's
Maybe.
my dad.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you, son. Hey, thanks, Dad. We're awesome. Let's fucking fight Spider-Man together or something. I don't know. Let's change this story up. No,
Wouldn't that be a better? Wouldn't that be a unique take? Is like, even if Harry is still a piece of shit as the Green Goblin, like he and Norman are just like, Norman is being the Green Goblin. Like, even if he's a real piece of shit, but he and his son are really tight, and then he dies, and then his son takes up the mantle because he loved his dad so much, and it's like, he took the only thing I ever loved. The only man who ever cared about me, the only person in this world who looked out for me.
Yeah, or like he's showing up in 2 places at once, and he's like, wait a second, I just fought the Green Goblin. There can't be another one. It's like they both are, or something different. Like, let's just change this up, make it exciting, and then it's like, no. Then let's talk about Wills here after he dies, and let's.
So Kyle, this whole issue reminds me of a very obscure Saturday Night Live skit. It was when they they did the skit with Will Ferrell. They said they bought the rights to a pizza place from 2 guys, a girl, and a pizza place. They're like, we just bought a pizza place. So it just shows the camera crew cutting pizzas and everything in the pizza place. Whatever. That's all it is. That's the whole show. And this is what this was.
Pizza place, yeah.
Yes, and a pizza place. That's all this was. It's just like, this is all this is?
Is that what happened to the pizza place? Because I remember it became 2 guys and a girl, and I was like, what happened to the pizza place?
Yeah, I think Saturday Night Live bought it. They made it and a pizza place. Giving a whole other show.
By the way, chat, this is how boring this comic book was, is that these guys are now talking SNL because they don't want to talk about the comic. So
look at it. I mean, just, it looks boring.
Yes,
it
is.
It's just,
where's Geppetto?
They're just
MIA.
So here's the thing with this. There's nothing like twisting. There's no twists or turns, nothing evil, nothing Machiavellian about this. They're just talking. It's just, there's nothing deceitful here. It's just, oh, okay. It's just Doc Otto Octavius and Harry hanging out, chatting with his wife, making a suit. Nothing evil, nothing crazy, nothing bad. It's like, oh, this is it? All right, whatever. I don't know why I'm here, but okay.
Listen, I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but this does not surprise me from Hickman, because I have always said Hickman does not human very well. He tells these big stories. If he's telling a story where like the Earths are, all collapsing in on each other, and everybody has to do something about it, and there's all kinds of like he can do those sorts of stories. But when he actually has to write human interactions and characters that you identify with, like he can't do it.
It feels very stilted. The relationships and the conversations feel very like intellectual. So Peter should be maybe more emotional and fun, loving, and like jokey, but they all sound monotone and
no personality to any of them.
Matter of fact, and
no personality, just very cold, very devoid of human emotion.
Very cold.
And just something like this conversation with Peter and Harry, like I'm expecting a twist, something unique, something dark, something shocking. No, there's nothing. They're just fucking talking. That's it.
But don't we all identify with Peter because he has a beard? That's different.
It's very true. Like 0110100111010. Like that should be the dialogue bubbles and all the panels, But no, I mean the only thing is that I will say it's written well, though the dialogue is stilted and very monotone. It's written very well. It's very intellectual.
I cannot agree.
You don't think so?
I'm sorry, I don't think so. No,
that's fair.
Because you may say it's written well, but the thing is, these this goes back to our discussion during the Pride issue. This isn't. I mean, it may sound like it's real, but it's devoid of any actual human emotion. There's nothing. It just feels like it's paint by numbers, like the Pride issue. It's not. It's not human very well, like Aaron said. It just. I don't see this being an actual conversation.
Right. And I agree. I don't think it's very realistic. It sounds more like it's like a movie script, and it's like trying to be, I don't know. But
at least with the movie script, most movie scripts, hopefully there'll be a twist. There'll be something unique, something different happening, and there could be some type of human emotions. But there's nothing there. Nothing.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Drew? When Harry inherited his father's what was it, his building, when they actually went into like, what was it, they like cut a hole in the wall and they found Iron Man suits. So that's a twist. That's pretty crazy. No one would have thought that. And instead of being like, you guys, this is insane, what are we going to do with these Iron Man suits, they go, interesting, we have Iron Man suits now. What should we do?
There's nothing
like we should do this with this Iron Man suit.
Fun.
Everything is
there's nothing fun about it. Honestly, if Jonathan had, just had an ounce of fun in him, we would have seen all three of them put on the suits, flying around like jackasses and flying into buildings. And like,
I mean, maybe that's not their character though. I don't know, but
you know what, guys, I'm gonna go get something to eat. Like I hate comics now. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Like I will say this: one comment that Josh made in the comments, aside from me getting excited about his breakfast cereal, which I think is funny.
Yes, that was very funny.
Mark Andreyko's Love Is Love is probably the best gay anthology in comics. That's because Mark Andreyko is a real human being with real human emotions, and he's a real writer. So, when he writes characters, he got a lot of shit for taking over Batwoman, but after the other guys walked off because they wouldn't let her get married to Maggie Sawyer, and then he got a lot of shit for breaking up her and Maggie. But that story that he wrote, that's the first time that Batwoman was ever selfless and human in that entire run. She gave up that relationship so that Maggie Sawyer, so that Maggie Sawyer didn't lose her daughter. It's been a while since I read it, but I remember that standing out. So yeah, Andreyko's great. But I don't know. Fun hanging out tonight, guys. I'm gonna go get food.
Sounds good, man. Yeah,
Sounds
sorry to
good.
be depressing. This was a rough week in comics, so I totally understand, man.
Well, don't worry, we're gonna fix it. We got Unholy Nightmare and we got Kneel Before Doomface coming.
Hell
Comics are gonna be fun
buddy.
again.
Let's
yeah.
go.
Yay.
Have a great night, man.
Later, guys.
See you,
Yeah.
Aaron.
Let me just read this real quick. So Harry says, let's see what we got at the garage sale. Gwen, it just says, look, bro, you just found Iron Man suits. And he goes, look, that's it. And she goes, I found the lights. And then Otto says, you're not going to believe this, but no wonder there's no need for external power. There's a full functioning arc reactor here. It's like, we just found a full functioning arc reactor and Iron Man suits.
Yeah, Max, how you're reacting is how they should be reacting.
Yeah, yeah. And then Gwen says this is all just stuff. That's a fairly comprehensive, incredible, generic view of the universe, dear.
We are reading Jonathan Hickman. If Jonathan Hickman were in there, this is how he would be reacting to this.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Hey, in this universe, that's how they react to things.
Well, I guess you're not wrong. So I don't know who this guy is or what's going on here, but this I thought was kind of interesting. The villain's motivation, if this guy is a villain, but he basically says, where was it? Everyone thinks that they want to be a hero until it actually costs something. So once a hero loses something or it costs them something big, then it becomes like, oh, what are you? And it always does. We make sure of that. Then we get to see what you really are. That's a cool motivation. Like that the villain, at least I thought so, that the villain is trying to, and hey, I am pulling the most minuscule of positives about this book. Like, because I cannot recommend this in good faith, but I'm just trying to spin some sort of positive on it, I guess.
It's a bit of a reach. That's all I gotta say. But
that's fair. Yeah. Kyle, what would you give Ultimate Spider-Man number 5?
Oh, it's a definite recommend.
Wow. Okay. Drew?
Honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I am seriously 5 issues in. Marco has only been on 3 issues. Only 3. The last 2 issues, we've gone next to no Spider-Man at all. And it's just been dialogue fests the last 2 issues. And I would feel ripped off, if I had bought my hard-earned money on these last 2 issues. If I spent my hard-earned money on these last 2 issues. No, I cannot recommend this. I think we are seeing the weaknesses of Jonathan Hickman in these last 2 issues. I really think what we're going to be in store for, it's not going to be an action-filled series.
Yeah. I will also skip this bad boy.
Come on, everybody, skip it.
Yeah, Drew, you nailed it. No Marco Cicchetto. We're already, but only 5 issues in. This is normally when they create a trade paperback, and I'm thinking if I were to buy this trade, I'd be really upset. I would be really upset that I wasted my money on 20 or however many dollars it was.
And think about what's the pace. What is the pacing of this? The pacing of this series is a joke. It's horrible.
It would be so slow. Yeah, it'd be really rough. So, by the way, chat, if you guys haven't noticed already, this may have been, I didn't mention this. We didn't have a good segue in, but this may have been the worst week in comics this year, not because of how bad the comics are, but because of how little there was to talk about. I mean, we didn't have a top 2. We didn't have a top 1. I can't even choose a book that I would say I'd recommend.
No.
Drew, would you agree, or?
I mean, the only one I would barely recommend would be the Chip Zdarsky Avengers Twilight. That is the only one I would barely recommend.
Right.
That is
Kyle. Why didn't you like that one? What was that one about?
Because the story's stupid.
Very articulate of you.
The whole series is pointless. It honestly, it's just, and it just ends, and it's like, so what? Like, okay.
You didn't like this?
No.
This was Rock and Robbie's pick of the week. Pick of the week.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
He likened it to that of The Dark Knight.
Of course he did.
So,
because I've heard of that story before, and that's about an old Batman. This is an old Captain America. It's the same thing.
I get it. So, I mean, the art's kind of cool. I like the art.
Yeah,
Daniel Acuna. It's cool.
Daniel Acuna, he's gotten better. I mean, I'll say that because for a while there, he could not draw action. Daniel Acuna's action sucked ass, and it's nice to see he has gotten better at it.
Yeah. So, but Drew, this was the ending that you were looking for, or was it just, hey, that's pretty cool, you know? Like,
it wasn't a bad ending. It wasn't a right ending. I could go along with it. It's just perfectly fine. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just fine. And that's what, if, in this day and age, finding something that's just fine, that is hard to find.
True that. Well, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to read this one. Well, honestly, I haven't been reading the series at all.
You're not missing anything.
Yes, poignant and nuanced, Jack. Exactly.
those are words for sure. And
those are
I'm sure
words.
he used those words to describe this fucking story. So,
Avengers Twilight was poignant and nuanced. So yeah, no, I mean, I probably didn't miss much with this, but hey, cool, Alex Ross covers, nice.
Sure.
Always here for that.
Yeah, and Loki was the one that kind of started or fixed this whole thing or something at the end. It's like, go fuck off.
Oh boy. So, like I said, this week may have been the worst just in terms of like quality wise. There was really nothing that we could recommend. Not one that I would really put as like a top anything. They were all either mez or skip it's, and there was just, it just felt like, man, is this what comics has been relegated to? And one of those,
I'll say, Max, think about last week. Think about how many great books we had last week.
Exactly. Yeah. Coming off of a super hot week like last week, where we had five books. It was Nottingham, Conan, Cobra Commander. What were the other two? Feral,
yeah,
and one more, and I'm blanking on it. Shoot, Nottingham. Was it Rook? Rook was the other one.
Yeah. Rook. Yeah. Fuck.
Like that's a banger of a week, and yet they can't like disperse those out across a month. They're just like, nah, we're gonna dump them all in 1 week.
Yeah, I did get around to reading Nottingham, and it was fucking awesome.
It's cool, right? How he gets
the beginning with Robin and him talking. It's like in what he does.
Oh yeah,
to try to get them to open the gates. I'm like, damn, fucking awesome.
And then he goes back to talk to King Richard.
Yeah.
To like, there's a lot of plotting, which is why I like his writing. It's almost like, I don't want to say political, but there's a lot of intrigue where you're
and it's almost like a Game of Thrones, where it's like there are no true like real heroes or good guys. Like they all have a little bit of bullshit kind of going on in the background.
Except it's not boring.
Good guy.
So, yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Game of Thrones isn't boring.
Yes, it is.
Game of Thrones sucks. No one likes that.
No, but the sheriff was killing people at the beginning of the series. Like he's been doing a lot of shit. Like,
yeah, and he was wasn't he like? I thought I remember. I need to reread the series, but I thought there was a plot point where he was trying to be redeemed because of his time in the Crusades. Like he was just a mass murderer in the Crusades, and like that's what people knew him as, was this like vengeance or this vengeful warrior who just like murder people.
Yep.
Yeah. So It's so fucking cool though, man.
So
Like the
good.
fact that the sheriff the sheriff has to fight Friar. No, not Friar Tuck. He has to fight Little John.
Little John, yeah.
Because of Friar Tuck, who like rats him out. It's like,
Yep.
you little bitch.
He's like, trial by combat, I select the sheriff. It's like, you fuck.
And then because like the friar was saying, he's like, if God wills it, God will choose my champion, and it's the sheriff. And the sheriff's like, bro, really? So then Little John chooses his champion, and it's this like big Celtic guy, I thought. And then they fight. But yeah, at the very end of the book, Sheriff talks to Little John and is like, yo, we need to team up because this ain't working. So
and the way you think it's gonna end, yeah.
And he said poignant and nuanced. So
it is very true. And I think that's one series that Pop and Polly doesn't read. One, because he can't read, and two, I don't know why.
Dude, if he read it, do you think he'd like it? I think it's
probably not.
Because
it requires thought.
Oh man, Pop and Polly. He's so much entertainment. You know what didn't give me entertainment this week was the finale. The 50th issue of Wolverine by Ben Percy.
Whoa, yeah.
They
get a fight, and they fight.
Oh boy, did they ever! Kinda. And guys, awesome. Adamantium suit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know, Max, so this is a little before your time, Max, but I can remember a day reading Marvel Comics when the word adamantium was said. It's like, oh, this is the rarest substance on the planet. Only Wolverine has that in him, and maybe Cyber if he's still around. That is it. That's all that exists. And now it seems to be all over the fucking place. Like everyone and their mother has some adamantium. And apparently there's enough for Wolverine to make a fucking adamantium suit. This is bullshit. This is no longer the rarest substance on the planet if you're making a fucking adamantium suit out of it.
Yeah, Forge made it for a reason, right? Forge is like, I'm going to make you this adamantium suit, and it all has a purpose.
It's kind of like Amanda Waller. She's in everything now, right? It's just put adamantium in it. Who cares? I don't care.
I know what that is.
I've heard of adamantium before.
Yeah,
I'm a normie. I have a Deadpool Funko Pop in my garage.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Would Wolverine ever say this? You don't have to be like your father. You don't have to choose hate.
No, never.
Wolverine like a hate-filled fury of berserker rage?
No, he'd be like, hey, you want to do this? Let's fucking do this. You know,
yeah.
He'd be like, look, kid, I'm giving you one shot. Walk away now.
Look, bub, I don't want you to have to get hurt. All right.
Yeah.
You know,
you got 3 seconds. 2, 1, it's on.
you can be better than your father. You don't have to go down his road. Or you don't have to go down that path. But if you do, I will end you. And then he goes, snick it. But oh well.
Hey, I know we're all just a bunch of bad dads, but we don't have to be the worst dads, okay?
Oh no.
I know I'm a bad dad too, and you're a bad dad, but we don't have to have bad dads being bad dads. One of us can be a good dad.
A good dad. Bub. I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is being a bad dad.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to Planet Deadbeat Dad.
Yeah.
I'm going to Planet Deadbeat Dad to have sex with Jean Grey and Scott Summers.
Yeah. Kyle, what did you think of this issue?
Really, really bad. Really bad.
What? It's got adamantium suit though.
I did appreciate the adamantium suit. I did like that. I did like. There were some panels at the very end with Wolverine slicing up Sabretooth that I thought were kind of cool. If anybody gave a shit at that point, which nobody does, so it's just like, who cares?
By the time you get to the end of the book, you're like, I'm already so over this.
I honestly thought when that happened right here, when Sabretooth, I was like, seriously, this is your like. You fucking assholes. Like, this was your fight scene, and in your book,
But-
you're just like, fooled you.
Don't you get it? He says, Logan, you sound like a real bleeding heart, and he's got his heart in his hand. Get
I
it?
love it. I love it.
Ben Percy, you word genius.
Hey, you killed your son, you bad dad. What are you doing? You're the worst dad.
I thought I was a bad dad. You're a bad dad. You're an even badder dad.
I have to be the worst dad.
Wait, so is this his adamantium suit? It's like 89%. What is that?
I don't know.
What was
Sure.
the... Oh, maybe... No.
I think that was just how long or how full he was on his healing factor, maybe. I who the hell knows? I don't know.
Yeah, because he
I
gets
don't
his
know.
powers back, so I have no fucking clue.
Yeah. Like this shot of Sabretooth, that's a really great panel. Like I think the artist is really talented, whoever did this, you know.
Yeah.
But it has no weight. It doesn't mean anything.
No.
I like how big he draws Sabretooth too. Like that's awesome. He draws him like the size of the Hulk. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
But then it's just like, who the fuck are these people?
All
Who
this
are any
filler.
of all four of these people? I'm like, I don't care about any of them.
It's like, okay, I know Quinn Quire, his head's in a jar. Okay, that makes sense. But everyone else,
Gotcha.
who gives a shit? I don't care about. I'm here for Sabretooth
Yeah.
versus Wolverine.
Yeah, that's the crux of the story, right? Like, that's what it's.
This is another case where I said it 2 weeks ago with that Superman issue. Maybe it was last week, where if you had if this was a 22-page splash page book of Sabretooth and Wolverine going at it, I would have bought this in a hot minute. I would have been all over this. But no.
Well, isn't that how they what do you call it? They promoted it. Well,
Yeah.
Remember that first issue? The promotion for it was like, this is the bloodiest, gnarliest Marvel comic you've ever seen.
Yeah, mature readers only.
Only. You got to be a badass to read this one.
Yep.
Nope.
Like, oh.
Maybe in the first issue.
Not even this first issue, man. It was weak sauce. And then Sabretooth runs away. Wolverine says, running already? Try to keep up, Stubby. Too many knuckleheads on the beach.
It's strategic. He's strategically moving.
But this doesn't make sense. He goes, too many knuckleheads on the beach, got to even the odds.
What?
He should have said, I have to lead Wolverine to the pit of despair, whatever it was. Like, he's not leaving because there are too many people on the beach. He's leaving because he's luring Wolverine into something.
Yeah.
And then so much for the adamantium suit, because if you thought you were going to get any more, this is where it ends. So, the paneling in this was odd because I see Wolverine running. He gets grabbed by some of these trees, but I don't see where the roots are. So I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, he's being pulled down into the pit, and I'm like, whoa. Where? Hey, how? Where? Why? When? When did this happen?
Yeah, right there. Of course. You know,
when he looked around, and then all of a sudden the pit opened up, and it's like, oh, all right.
Yep.
So in the
no
pit,
one can hear you scream.
No one.
Like in space, no one can hear you scream. Get it?
Oh my god, that's so good. That's so. I've heard that before. So that makes me
scary.
happy.
Scary.
That's scary. Oh man. So that swallows him whole.
Yep.
Then we get these knuckleheads, and takes his armor off, and that's the end of the armor. But he gets his powers back.
Whoa.
He's
healed.
And still no Sabretooth. Or here's Sabretooth. He comes back. And he gets pulled into the pit somehow.
Whoa.
And then, whoa, they're all here to save Wolvie. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Laura is the one, X-23, not Wolverine. She takes the lead and she's like, yeah, we'll destroy him for good. And Wolverine comes out and he's like, no, this is my fight. And finally, we actually get like the fight that we've wanted for the past, how many issues has this been? 20? 15?
A lot.
10? A lot?
I'd say at least 15.
Yeah.
So was this the one you were talking about, Kyle? Like these were cool.
Yeah, like this was in another book and another time, like this would have been cool. But at this point, I'm just like, fucking end it. Like I'm over it.
Yeah. By the time you've gotten through all this nonsense to lead up to the actual fight, I was just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm
Yep.
good, thanks though. But wait, where'd that go? What'd I miss?
You went too far ahead.
Too far ahead? Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
But yeah, so I mean, this was all right. Chop some up. This was a great panel. That looks good.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got
Yeah.
all his friends and family in the blade. No, Drew, no good.
Yeah, it's honestly, I would have loved if they really wanted to go for it and say it's the bloodiest ever. They would have shown it cutting through like his fucking head. They would have shown us his head getting sliced off or his arms getting sliced off or whatever.
They were kind of doing it with this though. I mean, this
Kind of, but you gotta have the money shot. There was no money shot in this.
yeah.
That's a weak money shot.
This is the money shot. He's got no head.
That's good.
That's a post coitus money shot.
Ah. And then
was it
Wolverine
good for
should
you?
say, yeah, Wolverine should say, was it good for you?
Yeah.
So they wanted $8 for Wolverine number 50. That is
Fuck that.
correct.
Fuck
At
that.
least from what I remember.
Well worth it.
$7.99.
Yikes.
Oh boy. 91%. What did people like about this?
Good question.
And then I didn't read this part. I didn't even bother. Oh, you know what? I did actually read this. He says, when I find myself there, when the blood and the pain come as they always come, I will remember that the era on Krakoa, this is where I was like, bullshit meter going off the charts. I will always remember that era on Krakoa when we were all together as one of the happiest of my life, which is factually
so happy.
false.
Yeah, you were so happy there.
Objectively incorrect, because his time in Madripoor, his time with Silver Fox, and his time with Tiger are probably, no, objectively, as a fact, more happy times for him than Krakoa. I will die on that hill. So,
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because yeah, he freaking loves Madripoor, man. Like that's his home. For him, I feel like Wolverine's home is Madripoor, and then I would also say maybe even Jean and Professor X, like at the school. Like I would say those are probably his happiest memories.
Yeah,
I don't know, but now let's do something fun and let's see what an actual fight looks like. Speaking of Stephen Pratt, we were talking about a little bit earlier. This is Prophet number 8. This was part of a crossover between this and Bloodsport, I think it was called. Bloodsport.
This was the Extreme Sacrifice that happened during this. This was the big Extreme Universe crossover he had going on.
Ooh. So this was War Games Part 2 and Blood Strike. That who was, not Bloodsport. Blood Strike. Prophet versus Blood Strike. And man, you want to talk about an issue that is the all 22 pages are just one big fight. So this is what I thought Wolverine and Sabretooth was going to be. Already, first page, you're like, my God, dude, what is happening?
Wow.
He's getting like a nasty left cross across the face from Prophet as he's like falling down on him in this like nasty sewage. Like it just looks dank and filthy in there. He's got all these veins and gross dirt and muck on him. Prophet like holds his head under the water. and Bloodstrike kicks him off. And when he kicks him off, he doesn't actually realize that he kicks him into like a ton of like pipes and spikes and stuff that are just sticking out, rusty pipes off the wall. And he takes out his sword. They're jumping after each other, slices him open. Like, look at all these speed lines. This is freaking crazy, dude.
It's anime speed lines right there.
I know, for real. And you don't even like anime, so.
No one does, yeah.
It's a bold statement. Bloodstrike tries to go after Prophet because he feels like or Prophet is playing dead. So Bloodstrike thinks that he has him right where he wants him. Boom! Prophet wakes up and shoves like a freaking pipe right through his torso. So Bloodstrike starts to pull the pipe towards him, and he says, "This ain't over yet."
Speaking of gay comics, man, look at that. He's just sticking that whole pole. Look at that.
That's an innuendo if I've ever seen one.
That's
yeah,
big metaphor if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. But yeah, man, then they just start fighting with this pipe through to the center of their chest. And finally, they get taken away by the Bloodstrike Commando Force or whatever it's called. So it's not the greatest comic in the world, but it's better than what we got with Wolverine and Sabretooth. So
it just shows you that's all you really need in a comic book. Amazing art and two guys just beating the shit out of each other.
Just beating the absolute hell out of each other. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I have a Bloodstrike #1 in my gimmick covers box too. Oh, I'm sure you do, Jack. You know what? I don't even think I have Bloodstrike, but
I do. I have a couple of them.
Do you? Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun covers.
Which one? What was it, like a hollow foil or something, or?
No, Bloodstrike #1 should be it's like black and white, but like the blood is red or something.
Oh, so it's like a black, white, and blood cover.
Kind of.
From Marvel. Or whatever those
are.
This
was the first black, white, and blood cover.
Before they did it. It was cool.
There you go.
Oh, hey, Fraga.
Yeah.
Damn, that's right. Who was Fraga doing interiors on this too? Yeah. Pencils, yeah. Nice. The good old days.
Look at that.
Oh wow, there's a lot going on.
The early days, yeah.
Noise. Jack says it had blood splatter that would disappear. Ooh, when you held your fingers on it for a long time. All right. Yeah, for some reason that's one that I do not have.
Oh, you can find them in dollar bins everywhere.
You can probably find it in the garbage more than likely.
Yeah, probably. Hey, well, no, the Bloodstrike thing that's going to get optioned.
Oh yeah, Bloodstrike, just like Blade.
Yeah,
that's been canceled.
Don't you dare say that.
What was that thing that you sent us earlier? Blade is getting canceled. Was it confirmed? Uh-oh, did Drew leave?
Yep, and he's asleep.
And he's gone. It's not even it's 11:30 for you guys, so
yeah, I had to drive 5.5 hours to where I'm at with an 11-month-old.
Oof.
The whole way.
How'd that go?
He was fantastic. He slept the majority of the way. We stopped once, fill up, fed him, slept pretty much the rest of the way. An hour he was fussy, but other than that, the kid's amazing. But
dude, what a badass.
I know.
He's legitimately great. Yeah.
He is such a good baby. We're extremely blessed, and he's been sleeping this whole time. So
that is so rad.
First
good
time
deal, man.
Not in his crib in a very long time. So
well, hopefully he does well without the crib, but
we hope.
Yeah. Shoot, man. Well, that's really good to hear because I know how how much of a nightmare it can be if you do have a really fussy bit, because you do hear of those nightmare stories where it's like, man, they just cannot stop crying.
Yeah.
So, but good deal.
Mhm.
Slavic one says Soul Saga only had 5 issues. Did it get canceled or was the story complete? That's a good question, Slavic. I don't really remember. Let me check on that for you. Josh says it's not confirmed. Ollie just signed on to do the new Jurassic World film. Not certain if he'll do the full trilogy. Wait.
Wait, there's a new trilogy of
They're
Jurassic
doing
Park movies?
my exact question, Kyle, is going to be, they're doing more Jurassic World films?
Oh
No.
my God.
Stop. How many times can they make Jurassic Park? Like,
You're beating a dead dinosaur now. What are you doing?
yeah. They're like, this time it'll work.
Yeah.
Gosh,
It'll be
dang
different.
it. Just because, isn't that what what's his name says? Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, your scientists were too preoccupied with whether or not they could. They didn't stop to think if they should.
Ah, you know the line. You know the line
Yeah.
better than I do. Nice.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang it, those movies sucked, man. Well, the Jurassic Park movies are good, but the Jurassic World movies were awful with Owen Thunderguns and Feminist McGee.
Yeah, but she was in her high heels running away from a T-Rex.
Yeah, because that definitely happens.
I've seen it.
Yeah. You know what? I do like Chris Pratt, but man, dude,
Mhm.
that was just, those movies were so bad.
Yeah. I thought the first one, like before all of this like prequel, requel bullshit was going on, I'm like, this one is actually not that bad. And I like Chris Pratt, but then when you go back and watch it again, it's like, yeah, this movie sucks. It's really not that good.
Yeah, but they made $1 billion at the box office, so why wouldn't Universal continue? Ugh. Yeah, I guess you're right. So Slavic, it looks like Soul Saga did end on issue number 5, but there's this issue number 6 that I don't know where this is from, but this says never before published in English, continuation of the Soul Saga.
Who bought the rights?
I don't know what this is. It's online, but I just don't know where it came from or who inked it or
Wait,
did the
Platt did
story
that?
for it, or I don't think Platt. This doesn't. This looks
It's
like,
really dark. Like it's really dark.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't tell. Maybe he did this like years later or something. I'm
Yikes.
not sure. Oh well. Was there? Oh, Helverine. Did you want to talk about
Oh my
Helverine before we
God.
called it? What did you think of Helverine?
I
Did you get a
started
chance
reading it.
to? Yeah.
I stopped, went
Oh.
and did other things, and came back. And by the time I was done perusing through the end, I'm like, what the fuck was this? Like, honestly, it was just like, what just happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
There is so much going on with so little going on at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
It is just, what the fuck are you doing? There's ghostwriters, there's cyborgs, there's things coming out of like a government agency making ghostwriter, cyborg. I think
Yeah.
I don't know what they are, mutant things. It's like that are ghostwriters.
Yeah.
What? What happened?
Like, there's a part of me that when I open this book, like I read the title and it's Helverine, and I automatically am like, okay, this is going to be schlocky. Like the name Helverine itself, you can't take it seriously, right?
Right.
So I was like, hey, I'm fine if it's a little goofy. I'm fine if it doesn't take itself too seriously, or if it's a little schlocky or corny. But it was like too much where I'm like, okay, no, I'm out. This is so dumb. Cool Stegman cover though. I like the cover.
It's the Stegosaurus. I mean,
It's Stegosaurus. Look
he
at that
knows.
signature. He knows quality. And
He
honestly,
was supposed to be at Dallas, but canceled.
Oh, that's right. Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring him some stuff too. Bunch of King in Black covers.
There you go.
And honestly, the interior arts in this are pretty good.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Nothing to scoff at. Not bad at all. But yeah, the story basically opens with them kind of recapping the last few issues and how Wolverine came to be. Or sorry, Helverine came to be. And then how Helverine and Wolverine split.
Yeah.
And but then Helverine was awakened once again. So you got like human traffickers, corrupt priests, and who was the other one? It was someone else, but you got all these criminals, and Helverine is taking them out because he's like, I'm a demon. I'm gonna kill all these bad people.
Spirit of Vengeance, I think.
Spirit of Vengeance stuff, yeah. So there you go. They put to rest these American soldiers, but then they put on a burial form and everything. Like this was a special forces team. And then they the second that the funeral's over, they dig them right back up because they take the special forces team to the Pentagon to a demonic underground lab.
Sure. It's like, oh, okay, I'm still kind of with you.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, I can kind of see where they're going with this. But is Ben Percy trying to say that the government is secretly satanic? No,
Right.
I'm kidding. I mean,
yes, they are.
I would say that, yeah, but I mean, I don't think Ben would say that.
No.
This was wild. The main security's like, I hope you're ready, Dr. Spivey. And she goes, no, not even close. And he just goes, too bad. We're ready anyway. And then they just hook him up. And I was like, okay, all right. Like,
okay, we're doing it live.
Yeah, no, seriously. All right. Well, I guess we're doing it live.
Yeah, it's like you see, it's like I thought they were all cyborgs because like they're in like Cenobite hell, like saw traps. I'm like,
this is a saw trap. Yeah,
I'm like, oh, they're Cenobite saw trap people now. I'm like, oh, okay, they're cyborgs.
By the way, and like I know they're doing this for DIE purposes, but a special forces like Army Ranger unit is not going to have the most diverse cast of men and women possible. Where it's like this black guy has white dreads, cybernetic dreads, and this young girl has red spiky hair, and another chick. Like the Marine Corps, even the recon, like Marine Corps recon, doesn't allow women to its special forces. So like,
and rightfully so.
I'm just saying, this was ridiculous that they're trying to say that this is some Army Special Forces unit. I'm like, no. These look like edgy emo teenagers. That
well, if these are our special forces, it makes sense why they got killed in action. It's like,
well, okay, I mean, yeah, I guess
that tracks.
Yeah, that tracks then, yeah. So they put them in these like containment boxes, and then they go, we're gonna let the hellfire, spirit of vengeance flow through them. And once because they're gonna make them weapons, right? And then they do. And these Cenobite weirdo satanic cultists come back to life. And this freaking dumbass idiot is going, soldiers, here's your new mission. And they just are like killing people. Like this dude burns his face off. And this guy's wondering, oh, why are they not listening to me? Why are they not taking my orders? Such a dumb premise. It's like, obviously, if you imbue these people with the spirit of vengeance, they are not going to listen to your stupid demands, man.
Right. It's Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. These are the pseudo Cenobites. You got CD head. You got Doc, the guy with the video camera recorder for the eye.
John Carpenter. Yeah, John Carpenter.
Yeah, you got John Carpenter. Then you got the guy the Molotov cocktail guy who just stands there and sets things on fire.
Then you have J.P. Monroe with the pistons, whatever.
Yeah, with the pistons in his head, because apparently he was into motorcycles for some stupid fucking reason. That's what this is.
Oh man. Yeah, they look uninspired and dumb. I hate this team already. They're so stupid.
What?
I mean, honestly, this is how much I don't like this team. I think the Blood Hunt team, the vampire team of Blood Hunt, where it's like Pain and Panic, or what was it? It's Pain and Agony, or it's like
Agony and Ecstasy? No.
Yeah, it's whatever the two are, right? I like those characters. Like, I like the concept design for those characters better than these jabronis.
Well, what if they fight each other? Who would win?
Oh, these guys would lose in a heartbeat.
Wow, you give our Cenobites no chance?
0.
Wow.
The cool vampires would definitely.
But there's a black guy with dreads.
I think there's a black guy on the vampire team.
Is there?
Sure, maybe. Oh, no! Don't forget, guys. Remember, white people are evil. So,
well, especially rich white people. They are.
You can't forget those rich white people.
Yeah, they are the dumbass people of our world for sure.
And remember, they're cannibals, guys. They're super rich and they drink blood and they eat people.
They eat poor people. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, didn't it say they eat marginalized people?
God, did it say that?
It says they prey on the marginalized.
Oh my god, I made that up right now.
No, I swear to God, that's what they say. This supper club had been meeting once a month for over a decade. They only ate what they hunted, the poor and vulnerable populations.
Wow.
So they basically just said, yes, those marginalized people that
God.
that the white people hate.
Oh
man.
It's high science. All right. I'm sure Pop and Polly thought this was the greatest book ever written. But...
it's very new. It's very nuanced. Very nuanced.
Yeah.
Nuanced and poignant, was it?
Yeah. If you like this book, you're a fucking retard. So
ish. You're a retard-ish.
Yeah.
So then they get Wolverine, and because these things are just, Helverine is doing his thing. The Cenobite, Demon, Cringed Lord, Edgelord, Redditors are doing their thing. But then Wolverine is actually on his own. And the, government agent is like, we know you're Helverine. And Wolverine keeps saying, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. That's not me. So somebody is Helverine, and it's not Logan. So who is it, guys? Who could be Helverine? Oh, it's Daken. Wolverine's
the shortest, now meaningless death from Marvel history. Congratulations.
There you go. So I guess it does tie into Sabretooth War?
Well, he looks just like him, so it makes sense you get him confused.
What?
He looks just like Logan. It makes sense.
Oh, right, yeah.
Shortest
death. Of course, I mean...
ever.
Yeah, it's uncanny. Yeah.
Akihiro. He's dead. Well, yeah, because Sabretooth cut him up in the first issue, right?
Yep.
Now he's been Frankenstein back together.
I guess so, by the Spirit of Vengeance. Or no, actually, it's the Demon Bragadul or whatever it's called. So
I thought it was Mephisto.
Yeah, because I think Mephisto created the demon.
Sure.
Yeah, so Mephisto created the demon Bagragul.
Bagul. Okay.
Bagul from the Sinister movies, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Bagul. And he created Bagul, and then the Spirit of Vengeance is something different. That's Ghost Rider. And then you also have Wolverine, who's not the Spirit of Vengeance, nor is he Bagul.
No, he's Baba Yaga. He's Baba Yaga.
Ah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Baba
Or
Yaga.
Pazuzu.
Bazuzu. That's right.
Mhm.
So, oh, man, terrible. I mean, terrible.
Yeah.
Like, the only redeeming part was the art.
Yeah, and it's not bad in a campy way where I'm like, I can have fun with this. Like, no, it's just bad.
That's the thing. Like, just allow me to have fun.
Yeah,
It couldn't even allow me to do that.
no. It
Couldn't
can't get out
even
of its
let me
own
have
way.
it. No, yeah, you're right. That's a good way of putting it. So, Drew, you liked Wolverine though, yeah?
No.
No. Oh,
No.
you didn't like it. Oh,
Oh, you're
weird.
not in the Rock and Robbie camp. All right, that's fine. You're
No,
a
it's,
detractor.
it's not ish. It's not ish.
Aight?
Yeah.
All right. It's not
Ish.
poignant or nuanced. Okay.
No.
Oh yeah, ish. It's ish. Look at this. Look at these comics that came out this week, man. These are the first Americans. Get it, guys?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't see any white people on that cover.
No, because we're just a bunch of colonizers.
Hell yeah, we're the winners. I
Um,
think that's what I meant. I'm gonna call the book "The
Oh,
Winners."
the
and it
winner,
says
the first
people
the first
slaughtering
winners.
Native Americans.
Oh, you know what? Pop and Polly did say? He said he's never read this book before, so he picked up.
Motherfucker.
He
Bullshit.
picked. He said he'd never read it before, so he picked up the foil version so that he could buy it. And he said that if Marvel kept making foil facsimiles of these books, he would continue buying them and continue giving Marvel his money.
What a
So
what a
That's
pussy.
genius.
God damn it. Jesus.
no, he's talking right to you, Kyle.
I'll
That's,
take it. Hey,
that's
he's
your
genius.
wheelhouse. Is these stupid foil facsimile covers that Marvel keeps getting their money off of. So
Hey, they got a winning ticket. It works.
blech.
You're just
But
a
yes,
hater.
I am a hater. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude, these stupid variant covers are ruining the industry. But
Wow. Ruining or saving?
among a lot of other things. Well, technically they're saving, but not in a good way. Because if you were to get rid of these, then there would be no
Exactly.
more money. So but yeah, no, I found it interesting that he said that he had never read this before. This is like a must issue. It's like this is one of the like the top 100 I think people recommend or read when they're first getting into comics, right?
Absolutely. And one of the
Yes.
best illustrated period comics
Yes.
in Marvel history.
Michael Golden, right?
And Joe Rubenstein, Joe the Rube on the inks.
Yeah. What was the other one? Oh, I read William of Newbury. It was okay.
As soon as I saw Michael Avon Oming, I'm like, nope, I am not reading this. I am.
The
not a
fuck
fan of
is
his
that? Is
art.
that a raccoon?
Yeah, it's a little raccoon guy. He's a monk and he exorcises demons from castles and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Is this like a Warhammer thing?
No, it's not. It's a raccoon with a little skeleton. I don't know. It's fine. It's whatever.
This seems like some gay anime shit. That's probably why.
Wait, why did balloons just come up? Because I'm doing this? Wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Never mind. Sorry. I was wondering why balloons showed up. No, it wasn't anime. It was just kind of like.
But this is the anime. That's like an anime thing to have a stupid raccoon do something.
So wow. So you're calling Rocket Raccoon stupid now? Whatever.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you were a comic book fan.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, this was 52. Oof. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, Jackpot and Black Cat. Man, people do not, and this is on League of Comic Geeks, mind you. People do not like Jackpot.
I love it. I love the fact that everybody genuinely hates this book.
But why? Like, I don't. This book has all the same tropes that all these other Fire and Ice, Wonder Woman, Hawk Girl, all the same tropes. And yet everyone praises all those ones. But the second you mess with Mary Jane, they're like, oh, the jackpot is going to be the worst thing ever. And it's like, dude, you haven't been reading all this other garbage and haven't noticed it too?
It's weird that everyone rallied behind hating this book.
It's almost as if it were like, I don't know.
Planned?
Planned. Yeah. I almost said forced, but no, planned. This guy says, I fear this series will destroy any chance of MJ and Felicia ever teaming up again. This is a joke. The highlight of the book was Paul getting punched hard. This book makes no sense at all. I don't get
Either
this.
did that comment.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't get this. Why is this happening? That's every Marvel comic.
Yep.
I feel like none of this right now. I feel like none of this is right for the characters. It's one thing to change their status quo. It's another to do it and then give us meandering and inconsequential fluff that no one really wants. Wow. So like what we've been saying for the past like decade with a lot of these books.
Yep.
Gosh dang.
Just now catching on.
Yeah.
But this is the only book it happens in. Everything else is great.
Oh yeah. No, this one sucks, but all the other ones that it does this, those are good comics.
Top notch. This is just bad.
The only thing that is praiseworthy is this is a Lobos cover, and it's really great. So
Black Cat is sexy. I will give him that. Yeah,
it looks good. This is giving me Madam Web vibes.
It's
MJ.
the glasses.
It's the glasses.
Yeah, she looks blind.
She does. But no, I really like Lobos. His stuff is freaking fantastic. So
yeah,
man, a 52.
Wow.
You never see that. And it's been consistent.
Oh, Max, we forgot. Kyle's favorite series from his favorite writer came out this week.
Oh,
Batman Space Age. Batman Dark Age. Dark Space Age, whatever the hell it's called.
Dark Bat Age Space, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did issue 3 get? This was an Adam Hughes cover. Wow, so it's gotten worse each issue. The first one was 70, this was 61, the last one was 52.
Man.
Oh.
It's gotta be one of the lowest rated books.
Yeah. And once you go down that path, it's really tough to get the goodwill back from your fans. So
well, yeah, what if they accidentally made a good Black Cat and Jackpot issue? Nobody would give a shit.
No, because they've already ruined they don't trust. They don't have any trust in the creative team, so they're just like, I'm done with this. I'm not going to read this.
Right.
Where was that Bat Spaceman Dark Space Age Batman? There
it ages like a fine wine, is what you mean.
I mean, with a 98, it's got to age well. So
yeah.
What
it's only getting better.
Is happening?
Only getting funnier. Only getting more poignant and nuanced.
More poignant and nuanced. I like it.
Yep.
Anything you'd like to?
This book is trying so fucking hard at everything and failing at everything.
Oof. Everything
is bad. It is not funny. It's not trying to be a drama. It's like the art. I hate this art. I really fucking hate this art in this book. It is not good art. And there is a hysterical scene that's not supposed to be.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lose Kyle?
You still there, Kyle? Kyle? It's not supposed to be funny? Is that what you're about to say? Yeah, I think we lost him.
Oh.
R.I.P.D.
That's a shame.
That's a shame. That's a shame. Kyle, maybe try popping out and popping back in. Drew, did you read this? Do you feel the same way as your brother?
I've hated Mark Russell since God knows when. I've never, ever, ever, ever liked a single thing he's written. Something like this, I do not understand the fascination with. I don't understand the appeal of. It is not Batman. It is Mark Russell's warped world perspective with his own horseshit ideas of what a Batman should be, and his ideas need to stay away from our heroes.
I would agree with all of that. So
it's really bad.
That's a good observation, I think. It's just really bad.
It's not fun. Like that art is terrible. The art is fucking trash in this book. Look at this scene. You see a scene of him standing in front of an elevator, getting ready to fight a bunch of security guards for no reason, and then cut to him jumping through a window next. Watch. Go down.
Oh.
And now he's at a window.
Wait.
What the fuck? How did that
how did he get there?
Exactly. And then it's like,
wait a second.
Cut back to people. It's like, wait, huh?
Oh, because he beat him up.
Yeah, but where's the wind? Like, what?
There's no perspective. Like, we're not seeing, how he
really
got
bad. You got to go to the scene where he's crying on the sidewalk because it's just
oh my god, dude!
It is so stupid.
Is he really?
But it's supposed to be serious. Like, Vietnam has destroyed him. Like, what have I become? I'm beating up these people in the streets. What am I going to do with my life? Like, these guys riding around on motorcycles in the middle of the day. Beats him up. Look.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wait, I'm gonna reenact it. Wait, he's just.
Perfect.
He's like, why? He's like, why am I in this comic book? Why am I being written by
a clown?
Mark Russell. Yeah.
Yep. Oh god, it's so stupid.
With every passing day, I was losing Gotham a little more.
It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, and he's just sitting there.
People are like driving to work, and they're like, "Is that Batman?
Why is he crying?
Why is he crying? Rough night? Yeah, for them. No, for you. You were crying. You were just crying. Oh, look at baby Bruce. Oh, baby Bruce wants his chicky nuggies. See, wait, hang on a second. The Bruce we got in Mark Miller's comic is not as bad as this Bruce that Mark Russell's giving us. This is pretty pathetic.
Yes, this is one of the worst iterations of Batman ever.
Yeah.
God, I hate that art.
I don't like their faces. Their faces really, really bug me.
Yeah.
But man, look at that panel. That's something. Eh? That should be every thumbnail now. It's just Batman. Just
yep.
What am I doing here? Why am I here?
Anybody wants to make fun of DC Comics, just make that a meme.
Yeah.
That week, that look describes this week in comics.
It really does. It really does. Like I didn't want to rip anything this week. I wasn't trying to flip over tables. I was just holding my head in my hands, just going like, what is comics right now? What was this week? This was awful. Nothing was good this week. So
yeah.
Bummer, man. What an absolute S show.
I think this is as far as I got.
You cut out again. I'm sorry, man. But no, you're right. When you get to this point, I think that's all you need. You see this and you go, "No, I'm out."
It's just clear that he's never going to give you what you want in the Batman story.
Yeah. But that's his whole trope, though. Like with Superman Space Age and Batman Dark Age, he's trying to do, what if Superman did this, or what if Batman was like this? He's trying to give the reader like a completely different look. I just even though it's a different look, I just hate it.
it's a different warped look that does not fit with the character at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about Batman Dark Age, and then we'll call it a night.
No, I'm just about tapped. These books suck.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy like how when you get a week like this that is just so utterly inconsequential, it just drains the life out of you, man. Like it is so difficult to get through weeks like this. Like legitimately physically. Like I'm tired.
true.
Like you get so tired.
Yeah.
When like a lot of these books should rejuvenate. They should like reinvigorate. They should be exciting and fun and yeah.
Again, you should always be able to find at least one, maybe two books a week that
At
give you
least.
that little glimmer of hope. And it's like,
Yeah.
not this week.
Yeah. Case in point,
No.
Wes and I, we're not doing our best. There's no best of the week video tomorrow. So
That's right.
yeah, because
is
this
the
week was just
first
that
week.
fucking bad.
Yeah. This is the first week in what? How long, Drew, that you guys haven't done one? Like months? A year?
Yeah, we did another one because there was like a connectivity issue, whatever. But it's still, 2 out of like I don't know 3 years we've done this. 2-3 years. It's like,
jeez, man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man,
Sad.
I think you mentioned something interesting earlier, Drew. You said that you don't like. There's not one thing that you like from Mark Russell. Kyle, would you say the same thing?
100%. I mean, I can't think of all of his dog shit off the top of my head, but I don't think he's ever written one thing where I'm like, all right, well, he happened to stumble into something that I kind of liked. I think everything has been bad.
Yeah. Because even when I think of like, we make fun of him all the time. We give him a hard time. Tom King, by far, in my opinion, one of the worst writers right now. I can still acknowledge that he has like a few issues or titles that are good, that are like he's written well. But like Mark Russell, I can't think of a single thing, man.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive. when you legitimately can't think of a good book that he's written.
Yeah, for a quote unquote like mainstream kind of guy, that's like a name that's on things. Yeah, it's like you're not just like an indie guy floating around in the dog shit. It's like you're working at a big publisher and you still suck.
Well, speaking of still sucking, let's look at next week real quick, and then we'll call it a night.
Oh boy,
we've got Batman versus Batman in Batman 148.
It's about time.
Say what?
ASM. Hey, as long as who was it again, Drew? Ed McGuinness.
Yep, Ed McGuinness.
If Ed McGuinness is on that art again, boy.
Well, let's see. Click on the issues.
Yeah, who's on it?
Let's see. Yeah.
Hey,
well, cover artist is Ed McGuinness.
Oh, cover art.
Well. Todd Nuck, Ed McGuinness.
Okay.
So maybe he is still doing interiors.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Jeff Field.
This was the X-Men comic book cover. Did you guys see this? That got all of 2 people on Twitter upset because they were like, there aren't enough people of color in this comic book cover, and where's all the disabled mutants other than Professor? Like they were just, because who did this? Pepe.
Pepe Silvia. Yeah.
Pepe Silvia. Pepe
he
Silvia
is known
actually.
For that.
Yeah. He went online and was like, I'm so sorry. These are the characters that I thought are the most classic representations of the X-Men. And like, he had to apologize.
The fact that he apologized to those jackasses, it's like, dude, grow some balls.
It's a cover. Who gives a shit?
God damn it.
And these are the most, because it's a 360 or it's a wraparound cover. So there are more, mutants back here, but like already Storm, Beast, Wolvie, Professor X, Magneto. I think that's Kitty
Actual
Pryde.
X-Men that people know. Wow,
Yeah.
imagine that.
Rogue, Banshee, Deadpool, Archangel, Iceman. Like, oh wow, you mean like you said, characters that we know.
Well, I could see getting mad about Deadpool being on the cover. I'm like, all right, I'll give you that one. You can airbrush him right out of there. But it's like, why would you apologize for anything you do? It's just like, shut up. No one's reading this book anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, that's true. At least I think that's what Perch said, is that he did apologize, but I'm not. I need to verify. Don't quote me on that. I need to verify it, but I thought that someone had come out and gotten mad at him, and so he was like, "Oh, I just wanted to put my favorite characters on the cover, right?" So
is that supposed to be like an homage to the like ASM cover with like the New York skyscraper, the skyline variant on there? Is that?
I don't think so. I think he was just trying to do here's a celebration of 700 issues type of thing. But
well, never mind.
Here's the Ultimates. We're gonna get the Ultimates #1. If it's anything like the Ultimate line that we've been getting, it's gonna be bad. So
correct.
Yay.
Wait, who's writing it?
Let's see.
It's a no-name guy. I've never heard of this person who's writing it. It's like,
Dennis Camp.
Yeah. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, his name is spelled with a Z, though. How cool. Is a Turkish Filipino. Okay, so he hits the boxes. Who has worked on multiple independent titles for Image Comics. 20th Century Men?
Oh,
that's
Kyle.
your favorite. That's your
book,
favorite, Kyle. Did he write this? I think he wrote this. So that means it could either be really good or really bad.
Oh boy.
Oh
bad.
Boy. No, no.
Bad.
All right. Well, I guess we're saying bad.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey, Shazam, Gunslinger, Scarlet.
No.
I know a lot of people. Yeah, I think Slavic wants Scarlet to be good.
We all do.
We all do. Hope for the best, or prepare for the worst and pray for the best.
Yeah.
Walking Dead Deluxe,
No
Wolverine Blood Hunt,
yay,
Blood Hunters, The Boy Wonder, the Boy Blunder.
Yeah.
What if Venom? Hey, Space Ghost with
there we go.
With what's his name? Get Fury. So hey, at least we can look forward to like 2. Space Ghost and Get Fury will probably hopefully be good.
Okay. That's all I need.
Yeah, there you go. Kneel Before Zod. Oh, I Hate Fairyland. There you go. There's another one.
There we go. All right. Ooh, The Last Mermaid.
Yeah, our favorite.
That'll be pick of the week and smell of the week.
Smell of the week. Pick of the week. Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. What is this?
Oh, that sounds sexy.
Oh, Jerry Duggan, huh? No, thank you.
That's a Star Wars homage right there, it looks like to me.
Oh, yeah? Well, I guess I can see that, yeah. Oh, your favorite, Kyle. Bear, Man, Bear, Pig, Pirate, Viking, Pig Queen. Nice. That's coming out next week. Vampirella, Sickness. Oh, another DC Pride book. Oh, this is the celebration of Rachel Pollack. This is the one you were telling me about, Drew.
Yeah, so our boy Joe Corallo, he's got a story in there.
Yeah, buddy. Well, hey, I will be reading this.
I love that cover. That cover's great. I completely dig it.
This is actually a pretty nice cover. So,
that's a fun cover.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a Doom Patrol centered cover around Rachel Pollack when she worked on it. So yeah, should be fun.
Rachel looks good. I mean, if this is what is this like, I'm assuming this is Rachel. That's what they're trying to do. So, but yeah, so that should be good, and hopefully we get to read Joe's. Is Joe editing, or does he actually have a story?
He actually wrote a story in there. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Hell yeah. Well, then I will.
He sent me a photo. He's
it.
like, "Hey, I got my comps." It's like, "Oh, okay."
Good deal, man. And that's about it. So for sure. Oh boy, Monster High Pride 2024.
There we go.
Now we're talking. Kanto. Gosh, I forgot that they were going to do a new Kanto series. Did you guys ever read that first Kanto one? Did you like it?
Take a guess. I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count.
You didn't like Kanto? Come on, it's heartfelt.
No, who cares?
Well, do you care about Yaira?
Yes.
It's coming out.
There we go. There's my Ice Queen.
There she is.
Yeah.
Ice Quang.
Mm-hmm.
Here's that cover.
There it is.
Stefania, Yanessa, Yantoni, and Magus Numite. Love it. All right. Well, then we're locking it in. Top 3: Get Fury, Space Ghost, and Pirate Bear King, Bear Pirate Viking Queen.
Bear Pirate Viking Queen is going to be my pick of the week. If it's not, I will be shocked.
Wow, locking it in so early.
I'm locking it in.
Wow,
I'm locking in Joe Corello's story. I'm gonna.
Wow, I'm not gonna do either of those. I'm gonna lock in Get Fury. I think that's gonna be the one. So. All right. Well, we will see whose lock-in pick of the week will actually come to fruition next week. I mean, of course, I'm really interested to see what Joe writes because I love his work. But this, I feel like, is going to be another mess. And Get
you don't
Fury,
understand, and that's okay.
And that I don't comprehend because I don't get how poignant and nuanced it is.
Exactly.
But I know that Get Fury will hopefully give me a good, because Garth Ennis just knows how to write those 2 characters, so you can't miss.
Sometimes you can.
Yeah, it's true. Are we gonna put Scarlet in there? Do we dare?
I hope so. I would like to.
Do we dare say that Kelly Thompson is going to write a good Scarlet book?
No.
Nope. I'm probably, yeah. I'm not too sure about that, but all right. Well, I think that will do it for this evening. But this was fun. I'm super glad that we got to do this. Thanks again for hanging out, guys. Sometimes these nights are just needed, you know what I mean? Like, not anything crazy, nothing really going on. I mean, we could have used some better comic books this week, but hey, it's still fun to laugh and get together. So,
as always,
yeah, as always. And thank you, Kyle, for making it out tonight. I know you've had a long day, so appreciate that.
Very long, very long. But happy to be here. I needed a wind down.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, it's kind of like, you know, when in the Wonder Woman book, when what's his name was telling Wonder Woman, he's like, Steve Trevor, he's like, "Hey, babe, I need to go out with my boys. I'm going out with the boys tonight. I already told you." That's kind of like you going out with us, with Drew and I. You're like, Hey, wife, I'm going out with the boys tonight. It's Friday night. You know that for the past, year we've doing Friday nights. So, yeah. But hopefully at this point, that's locked in. And Drew, thank you again for reaching out to our main man SCV, and hopefully we get him for June. But until then, yeah, we can start taking a look at Unholy Nightmare that you will have at Dallas Fan Expo, which will be a ton of fun.
Absolutely, I cannot wait. It's cool knowing the fact that they're printed, they're here, they exist, they're real, and I cannot wait. Yeah, it's like I cannot wait to actually get them in you guys' hands. Can't wait to sell them. I can't wait. I get them signed because I know as soon as I crack those, as soon as we get them, I'm taking one or two over to get graded. At CBCS.
Ooh, are you real? Okay, all right.
Yeah, I got
nice.
to. It's the first two preview editions. Yeah, I got to give them graded. So yeah,
This one doesn't have anything. Oh, bummer. Sorry, I was going through my Rolodex of different things that I have, and I was seeing if it had anything for these, but I guess it doesn't. Just these ones. So okay, all right. Well, I didn't know you were going to get one graded, but that will be pretty cool to have one CGC 9.8. So.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna do one graded and one one graded, another one's all signed by everyone there and graded. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Good call. Good call. Not CBCS. What if the CGC comes back and it's like a 9.2? What happens?
There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, there's.
That would be awful.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Slavic one. I did actually, in fact, surprisingly, and maybe unfortunately, I do have Inglorious Rex 2 in the other room. So it is in my possession. I backed it. I did. I said, you know what? Maybe against my better judgment, I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt. I like the art so much that I was like, I gotta see what happens in issue 2. And if issue 2 is bad, I'll cut it off. But I know because you guys were out after issue 1. You guys were out, huh?
Yeah. No mas.
I went hard in the paint. I spent $150.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and I was like, no, this was a letdown.
Yeah. Comics Exposed. So actually, if you go on the channel, Drew, Kyle, and I actually have a review up. So we actually have a full video on Inglorious Rex issue number 1. So if you want to go watch it, definitely check it out. You know what? It was way better than ISOM number 1. I will give it that.
But that's not
100%.
saying much.
Yeah, everything we read this week was better than ISOM 1.
Whoa. That's a spicy take. That's straight out of the oven hot
but
take.
True. You can at least be like, okay, there may be stories you hate. They may be super gay, but there's stories nonetheless that have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Do they though? Some of those Pride stories were just nonsensical.
But they had a beginning, a middle, and an end. ISOM is just
things happening.
There.
It's just there.
There was real art in those books, unlike ISOM.
Were there really? I don't think there was real art.
It was
in some
real.
Of those.
It wasn't. They weren't 3D assets.
Yeah, I mean that is true. But yes, Comics Exposed. So I think I liked Inglorious Rex more so than these two guys. I loved the art. I thought the art was impeccable and the quality of the book was fantastic. But the thing that we all agreed upon was that there was so much unnecessary and unneeded dialogue that it actually covered up a lot of the really beautiful art pages that we wanted to see. But it was just repetitive. Oh yeah, he's the boxer and needs to fight another monster, and this is his. He needs to get redemption for his, what was it? His brother or his dad or something?
Yeah, his brother died or something because of his.
Yeah,
he needed to use his Rex to fight.
Yeah,
that's reminded of it on every damn page.
Yeah, that his brother died and it wasn't his Rex. It's like, yeah, we know.
Yeah,
we know.
Yeah, so it was just like, oh my god, it got so tiring. I got to the halfway point of the book and I remember like having to put it down and just being like, I can't read anymore. Like I physically can't. It was just way too much.
Yeah.
These guys read Godlike.
No, I couldn't finish it.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
I tried 3 times. I can't. I still haven't finished it. I can't.
That's right. Drew, you fell asleep reading it, yeah?
Yes, I did. I fell asleep reading it, and I couldn't finish it.
Yeah. I have that one next to me on the table right here in this room.
Careful.
I have all these books around me, and I just haven't gotten a chance to read them. So,
Well,
really looking forward to Fearsome. Which one was Fearsome?
Oh, that's the new one he's launched. Ethan's just launched Fearsome. It's his new Kickstarter book, Indiegogo book. It's like
Is it anything like Snowman?
No. It's a horror book, but it looks like the art isn't that as cool or as great as Matthew Martin.
Okay. Did any of you see what Mark Waid has said, saying Absolute Power in interviews? It seems like Dreamer is going to play a significant part in the event.
Well, I'm out.
Dreamer?
Sweet.
Which one is Dreamer again?
It's the trans character that can invade people's dreams.
She was Amanda Waller's like secret weapon thing, right?
Oh gosh. All right. Well, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to be reading Absolute Power anyway, so. And we've kind of fallen off of World's Finest with the nymphs, right? Or with the Mr. Mixelplick.
The bat mites.
Bat mites, that's what it was. And then because they did the I Am the Might, the last issue.
Yes.
So why are you guys not on camera? Turn on your cameras and do some work. Yeah, these lazy bums are just hanging out. I'm the only one showing my gorgeous face.
I'm not on my computer. You don't trust me.
Any thoughts on Snowman? Yeah, these guys. I mean, I can't speak for Drew and Kyle. I'll let them say what they need to say about Snowman.
Yeah, it's arguably the best crowdfunded book I've ever read. It's incredible.
It is the best crowdfunded book thus far. Beats out Aaron Lepresti's Wraith of God. It's my favorite.
Oh, that hurts to hear because, oh man, I heard the Snowman book and I was like, who the fuck cares about a snowman? What? I didn't even think about it. And then sure enough, it's like the best one. So
yes, it is.
But then Godlike is one of those ones that gets like a ton of hype and everyone's sitting there like, nah, the art's cool, you know, but all right. Well, I think that shall do it for tonight. Chat, you guys, as always, are the best. Thank you all for hanging out with us this evening. I did not get this earlier, but Rudy, thank you so much for the $5. I'm so sorry that I did not mention this earlier when you donated this, but he says, I agree 100% with Emil, but he says, fuck off. So I'll leave the night with that. But Rudy, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. You are always such a huge supporter and an absolute blessing. So thank you, my man. But with that, we shall dip out. Remember, check out Dallas Fan Expo next weekend. See us there. We will not be here next weekend because we will be at the convention. So we won't have the weekly comic wrap up, unfortunately. But yeah, come see us in Dallas. And I think that's about it. Come get Drew's book. And yeah.
Wow, supplies last.
Yes. Only, would you say 50 of each?
50 of each, $15.
And then they're gone. So, all right. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you in Dallas. Take care.
Adapt or die. Thanks for the heads up. Sweet dreams, children.